And welcome back, guys. I actually looked at when I was uploading on YouTube. This is session 27. Nice. But what happened last time was that all of you, after having been intercepted on your way to Eliwell, you met Mercedes, as well as scouts from Eliwell. And there you were questioned of a variety of things, and you gave the answer to pretty much anybody that asked, oh yeah, we want to see the heart of the forest. And everybody that you answered this to was like, ha 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 ha, no. At best, Shade will get to go. But if you can get the blessing from the Guardian, then more power to you. But we're not going to let you do that. And so you spent some time in Eliwell learning a little bit about its people, as well as 3 different key subjects. One such as botany, where you learned about ironbark trees and their...
I forgot about those high school lessons.
Yep. Ironbark trees and their resulted fruit of ironberries, of which the city, Ironberry, is famous for.
I don't think that was covered.
Wait, did we learn? Yeah, that part I don't remember. Also, I don't remember. I don't remember hearing about ironberries at all. I just heard about the ironwood. I heard nothing about ironberries. What are
That's because you were so caught up in the wood.
No, I don't think.
You did not. You didn't say anything about the ironberries.
No, I said, but the iron.
We have video evidence. We will discuss. We will correct you later.
Well, I haven't done this in years.
Yeah. Well, the iron berries, they grow from ironbark trees, and when they are distilled and they're juiced, in their peak ripeness of winter, they can be used to create drinks and potions that give the wielder, the person that drank it, a very great amount of physical resistance. That's... Hey, you quoted your first quote in the server on me, nice.
I just said it's been years.
Yeah. Well, anyways, yes, that's what ironberries are. They basically, they can make potions of iron skin, which is very good. But they can.
This part was definitely not translated because there's no way in hell if Bronwyn heard this, she wouldn't be going to pick the berries.
Also, ask Chris. I don't think anyone in this party can benefit from that benefit.
I could.
If it's just iron, if it's just the spell.
There is no iron. There is no iron skin.
Oh, I thought you said bark skin.
No, iron skin.
Iron skin.
Oh.
Which doesn't exist.
Yeah, fucking get those berries.
Yes!
It's a Dark Soul spell, which basically makes you a lot heavier. I would not do that in this game, but it would make you take way less physical damage.
So
However,
it's DR?
What?
So it's just DR?
It is DR.
Yeah, you did not say this. We'd remember this.
I did not say the in-game mechanics.
I would remember Jinx hearing something about
Y'all
DR.
just glossed over it. But, and the berries, they only are able to be used in this manner in the dead of winter. And currently, you guys are exiting summer. The other thing you learned was the cosmology and some key facts about the Feywild, as well as how it basically goes down into the night below, and then you go up into the Shadowfell, but the Shadowfell goes down into the abyss.
See, now this we remember, because we remember being fucking confused.
No. Balfrost learned about that.
Oh, yeah.
Rest of y'all didn't learn it
and then...
until
Balfrost was a big nerd.
And you also learned about... you also learned about the 4 holy swords of legend within the elves.
I can't hear that without thinking Code Geass.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a happy accident.
It's not even that...
I wouldn't even call it happy.
Okay, it's an accident that's not terrible.
That's what most women call their children, but okay. Okay, not most, that's a lie. Most modern women, maybe.
But, and after you've learned all this, you decided to speak with the elders, and Sael, being the one who's actually visited the Emerald Heart Isle before, you said he will be willing to give Shade his blessing, once Shade is able to actually help get rid of the Imperial scouts who have brought men fused with iron
Oh
Out of-
yeah.
out of the
cyborgs.
woods. And he asked Shade specifically for you guys to do this because that makes it so that nothing can be traced back to Elul because you guys are travelers and you are not a part of the village.
Wait, guys, androids? Androids.
DBZ
Actually,
reference?
The technical term is cyborgs.
Androids.
Yeah, DBZ reference. However, that's what was last asked of you. And we now return to you guys in Elul after having that discussion with the Elder. And now you are planning on what to do.
Can we go back to the village though?
Do I not have you on the village map?
Yeah, it's on the world map. Or
Oh.
on the Elrond map. I personally don't know why we were so hung up on getting this specific guy's permission to go see the heart. When from every interaction we've had, it sounds like their blessings don't mean shit compared to the Guardians.
Well, no, it's that the method is a two-step process. One, you receive an item, you receive a boon or a gift from the Guardian, and then you have to be given a specific blessing from somebody who has been to the Isle before. And Sayel was the only one that was.
Then how did the first person get there?
Presumably they're the one who made the blessing. Knowing how these things work.
So it's a monopoly. This is
That's
scam.
not...
It's a tradition.
Typically it's magic. They call magic a scam. You can phone Timora. Well, no, not Timora. Mistra?
Misra.
And you can
I will.
you can issue your complaints to her.
I will. Which one?
Fine. Lose all your spell slots.
That's fine. That's why I wanted to fight her. As long as my trident still. Oh no.
Decided. You dumbass. Remember who governs your magic trident and the
No,
ability
I
to
completely
summon
realized that's why
your
I did the
magic
joke.
trident?
That's why I did the joke.
But yes, you are. You all have left the lesson, and Sayel has given you his request. What's the?
So time for murder?
And who said it was a magical blessing and a formal blessing? It's more of something that you know, Shade, because you have been in Elul enough times and you've known the people here and you're friends with Mercedes. Like, you know that if anyone wanted to actually visit the holy site, which was the Emerald Isle, you would need to gain both blessings.
You know, we talk about her being a deal in this village, yet we've never actually been given her rank.
I don't think they do rankings. This isn't a military.
No, but they clearly call these 4 old people elders.
Yeah,
clearly
that's
a
not
rank.
really a rank. It's just...
That's your
usually a
role in the
name.
village.
Okay, then her title, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's the same shit.
I believe you said...
They're not quite nomads, but they're tribal people. They usually only have one title, and it's chief.
Yeah, and I think that's what you said she is. I don't remember the exact word you used, but that's like the kind of role she has.
Not every society gets super militaristic.
Yeah, you're going to go fight a heavily militarized society.
We're about to prove the only way they can fight military is more military. Or guerrilla tactics.
So, what is the plan for all of you guys?
Walk towards the-
Last session ended right after the
Right after the
getting the
request.
mission, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Find the enemy and murder them to death?
Actually, I think me and Bromwell just got back from Jinx not willing to hear the giant bark skin tree scream.
Yeah, I don't know why. They're probably tough. They're not whiny bitches like someone else I know. Probably take it without screaming.
Jinx
Did
did
you
not.
ask them? Would you scream if you?
Why should I ask that question?
She,
Well, you
a-
don't want to hear their screams. You should ask. Will
She-
it make you scream?
she asked if it would feel pain, and it was like, yes, but I will regrow.
Yeah, that sounds like a tough guy to me. There's no screaming to be had by them. They're men. They're men like trees. That's why they're made of iron.
But you go pick off some iron bark.
I would. My strength score is 8.
Anyways, yes, you guys have returned after Balfrost and after Shade has received his request.
So Shade, what do they want? Did you get your permission?
They
Alright.
asked for a favor first.
You're all that. What kind of
There
favor?
seems to be, there seems to be some troops sent by the ironworks. Apparently fused with metal. Some of them had metal limbs or some of the like. They asked me to deal with them to make them go away, so that there is no link back to the village.
So they don't care how we get rid of them? They just want them gone?
Would report their...
Yes. That is what was requested.
Is this supposed to be like a permanent solution, or they just want these specific people gone?
Did they say DM?
He did not specify.
He did not specify.
Great.
Oh,
Fused with iron. I presume I haven't heard of any practice like this.
No. The most you've ever known was just, you know, people wearing heavy suits of armor and some people having, like, just hooks for hands.
Ah, gotcha, so Captain Hook.
You are a pirate.
No, I'm not. Okay, do they have a timetable for this?
Again, he did not specify, but,
Um.
but the timetable is how soon you guys want to get that blessing.
Well, the sooner we do it, the sooner we can go deal with our activities. He does know their last known location, and it is northwest of here. I believe that's what you said, DM.
Yep. And,
So the Guardian was to the south?
yeah, Mercedes said she saw the Guardian heading south a week ago.
2 weeks.
Right.
So realistically, they're probably on the other side of the fucking river.
I mean, you don't know, like, where it is now.
I don't know, I'm just going by logic if it circles the heart, which would be on the island in the lake.
I believe it would be best for us to deal with this first, as we know their more recent location, as opposed to the Guardian being the last known location being south 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know. How far away are they?
This is to where you can just look at the map, and I will put you back on the
Yeah.
map. By the way, to determine how many days it is from there, just look at the slowest speed that you're going to be going by, divide that by 10, that's miles per hour, and then decide how many hours you're going to be traveling every day.
$190. So what was the math?
It's take the slowest speed you'll be going by, divide that by 10, that's your miles per hour, and then decide how many hours you're going to be traveling in every day. And that's just at your normal pace, and you guys don't need to worry about getting lost because you have Bronwyn here, and Bronwyn can even let you stay alert to danger if you go at a fast pace.
I can do that? Oh, yeah.
Yes, you can because because of all that.
Yeah, your ranger features.
And a fast
I
pace.
think you do.
And a fast pace is just 1.5 times whatever speed you're going to be going at.
I just remembered I can do things.
I think the slowest person here is.
No.
You- oh.
Keep in mind, if we're going at a fast pace, we get +5 movement.
I have a broom.
What's the speed of the berm?
50.
So yeah, you're the slowest.
That's not how that works. You're not dashing continuously.
Not only that, Bronwyn doesn't have to worry about terrain.
I wouldn't have to worry about terrain anyway. I'm a ranger. In my
Oh,
favorite
Oh yeah,
terrain.
yeah, difficulty.
Oh,
Yeah, that.
oh, wait,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah.
talking about. Like, she can let you go to. You don't need to worry about the difficult terrain that traveling through a forest would provide.
Oh, correction. No, we don't get +5 movement. We don't suffer disadvantage on perception checks.
So essentially,
Okay.
you can go at a fast pace, no problem.
I'm helping.
Okay, so so at a fast pace, we'd be moving 9 miles per hour.
And you just decide how many hours in a day you want to travel.
It take 21 hour. It take just over 21 hours to get there. So, I guess let's split that into 2 days. Actually, wait. What time of day was it right now?
After the lesson, it's about midday.
So we set out in the morning.
That's what it sounds like. Because I don't think that will make any difference on how many nights. In fact, I think it'll just increase the number of nights we spend out in the forest. If we leave now. Yeah. If no one else is going to say anything, then that's what we do.
So you're gonna wait for the day, and then in the next morning you're gonna ride out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So is there any other preparations that you want to do in Elul? Do you want to talk to anybody? Do you want to see if you can do anything else, or do we just want to skip to the next day?
So I want to try and find something.
All right. What do you want to try and find?
A rose.
A rose.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Joy. That's my best stat. Oh wait. Make sure my mark isn't on. It's not. Okay. Damn! What the fuck?
Okay. So, around the main large building, at the back of Elul, there is a flower garden, and with this still being in summer, there is a few roses in bloom. And basically the entire garden is being tended to by like 2 women.
How big of a garden?
I guess
What, like, does it feel like like their personal gardens, or is it like a...
it seems like it's as big as the type of like flower garden you would imagine at like a park. Like,
Okay.
you know, like a dedicated flower garden.
Okay. Then I just walk up. So, I notice the rose. I'm sorry.
Hello there.
Would you mind if I had one of these?
Oh, what for?
I want it. She definitely seemed like she was trying to say something, but decided, fuck it. Simple.
Well, what do you want it for?
I mean,
Is there someone that you are interested in?
I like this girl.
literally no name, no face. I like this girl.
She says
Okay.
what I would have.
Okay, well, Jinx just goes beat right at that.
Say no more. As she plucks a rose, deftly, without even pricking herself on the thorns, and she hands it to you.
Elves.
Do I prick my fingers?
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Why?
Because you're not an elf.
Why does that have to do with it?
Oh, you know why.
Oh! Felix is good at sleight of hand because he's a fucking rogue, not because he's an elf. Okay.
It helps.
And you do prick your self a little bit. It does sting a little bit. Ah, ah! And you get a little bit of blood, but it's nothing crazy.
Okay.
Now what does it taste?
My blood?
The rose will want more.
I can only imagine you're harking back to your fucking rose blade. So yeah, I have this now. Thank you, I just put on a glove and hold it now.
Good luck.
Thank you. Okay. That's what I wanted.
Okay. Do you just put the rose in your bag, or what do you find to actually store it?
I'll just, Actually, no, I'll just message you what I'm gonna do. Move on. It's nothing important.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they want to do before heading out the next day?
Can I get a refresher on the
Okay, what?
You may want to be a bit closer to your microphone because you were cutting out. Oh, it's your internet.
Oh,
Wait,
There you go.
Speak now.
can I get a refresher on the info that they have on the group?
On the scouts.
Iron Man.
Okay, so basically, what it is that the LEO scouts have uncovered was that there were some Valeran troops who, you know, are searching for something. They don't know what, but they're clearly searching and they're moving southward. And while there, the soldiers were of the Valeran Empire. They had the emblem on them, but the men fused with iron that were with them, they had the colors of the Empire, but they had the Ironworks symbol on it.
Right. So south from where specifically to like what kind of direction?
Okay, so since you're looking on the map, this was where the LEO people first found them, and they said that their scouting patrols are moving south. They're kind of like going in a cone this way.
Ah.
So they're going to intersect with Elduel eventually.
Mm-hmm. Fuck, I have no idea how to fucking get rid of them. Alright. I guess. That will be all.
And Shion, is there anything that you need to do?
So we're going the next day.
Yes, you're going to be leaving in the next morning.
Okay. I'm just gonna go back to the library and start looking at more information.
All right. Given the amount of time that there is in the day, you can ask, what are 2 things you want to learn more about?
Well, I want to try and look into the elemental plane of fire.
The elemental plane of fire, and okay. So when
you
it comes,
you can just DM it to me.
okay.
And then I just learned about the Feywild last time.
Yeah, you learned about the Feywild, and you even learned some more interconnecting stuff between it and, you know, the Shadowfell and the Night Below.
But did I learn specifically? But could I still learn more about the Shadowfell and the Night Below?
Yes, you can. It just touched on them in your research.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll also go ahead and learn about the Shadowfell.
Okay. The Shadowfell I can actually say very briefly here. The Shadowfell is almost the exact opposite of the Feywild, where emotions and spirits are amplified to an incredible degree. They are rather suppressed by the Shadowfell. And
Super spirits. The legendary super spirit. No, God.
and with the degradation of one's own emotions and their own mental fortitude, it has created special creatures known as Sorrowsworn, which are entities that personify the negative emotions that people tend to experience in the Shadowfell. You know, like guilt, anger, hunger, loneliness.
Ah, grim.
And all of them, and it not much is known about them, but reports have like the knowledge that is there is that these creatures all do manifest from experiencing those emotions. On top of that, it is a matter of that the Shadowfell, it houses undead, but it's not where undead are made. It just seems to be where a lot of deteriorated spirits tend to manifest either physically or incorporeally in it. And then there's also how it has this like massive crevice that leads down into the abyss.
It's not the zombie factory?
It is not a zombie factory, although zombies are still there.
What the fuck is the zombie factory, then?
I don't know. Ask the god of death.
But I'm going to assume going to the Shadow. Would it be safe to assume that going to the Shadowfell would probably be a very bad idea for Shade?
It's another plane.
Yeah. If it's another plane of existence,
one.
currently with Shade's predicament, going into any different plane is a bad idea. But it's
Man,
also
you can't even go in a
But
fucking bag of holding.
I'm specifically thinking about the
Can't even
spirit
go to Mickey
suppressing
D's.
thing.
well, it doesn't suppress your spirit as in your soul. It more, it just makes you lesser, and it legitimately, like, it's kind of a poison for the soul, which is why it makes your emotions so much more lesser.
You get real Sasuke in the Shadowfell.
It is literally, like, to put it in layman's terms, this book even says, is to think of it as depression.
Oh, good. Depression. That's just what Jinx and Balfrost need. Let's go to the Shadowfell.
It's not.
Okay.
And that's why it says, it warns people, do not go to the Shadowfell. There is nothing for you there.
Except depression.
I disagree with that. I'm sure there's a rune there. I'm positive there's some fucking runes there.
What if there's
Is
oil
the
there?
rune worth depression?
Bitch, I already have it. How much worse could it get?
Don't ask.
What about crippling self-doubt? Does the Shadowfell tend to amplify that?
It doesn't amplify any negative emotions. It takes literally every emotion and drains it to almost nothingness, where you don't feel anything. And any negative emotions that you feel manifest as the Sorrowsworn.
You lose all your emotions and you gain new ones.
That tried to
It's
kill
all
you.
bad. It's just a little
Oh
bad.
boy!
There is one more thing I wanted to do. I'm gonna assume... Actually, no, wait, hold on. We only got 2 rooms, didn't we?
Stealing makes an ass of the
Yes.
movie.
Which means I'm likely sharing the room with Bronwyn.
Uh-huh.
Designated girl.
She's why you're here.
Sharing a room with someone
You're why
else.
she's here.
Also, that one tree is still blocking that roadway. And it annoys my OCD. Okay,
You don't have OCD, you're just perfectionist. Shut up.
Just think of the tree as really big to the point where
I'll just think of
there's
it like a
just
green train.
tunnel. There's just a tunnel going through it.
Just a tunnel going through a tree. Okay.
Well, anyways,
No, just think of it as one of those fucking giant-ass sequoias that we literally just built a road through.
Okay. That's one thing I want to do is I just wanted
that's
to
what
check
that's
my
what I'm
mark
fucking
okay.
thinking.
and just has it been like constantly active since it's been in here?
Yes. It's again. It's not like it's not like you're getting this strange other magical effect, but you get this just constant warm tingling sensation where your mark is.
Right, but is the mark glowing?
Not really. It just seems to be responding, but it's not like glowing as if it was active.
It's trying to connect.
Essentially.
Looking
Okay.
for Wi-Fi. Looking for Wi-Fi. One bar.
Reconnecting.
Okay, that's all I wanted.
Okay. And
If
yeah,
it's not activating, then no point.
and I'll DM you the information on the plane of fire later, Shion. But that's what
Okay.
you guys do, and you skip over it.
Watch. We're gonna find here a portal that goes to the elemental plane of fire,
What?
and she is not gonna know jack shit. We're all gonna die.
Oh, the elemental plane of water? Yeah, it's a giant fucking ocean.
Oh,
It's actually not.
yeah, there's a bit more than that. But
Yeah. Fun fact: there's actually no gravity in the plane of water.
then the water wouldn't stay together.
But if the entire plane is only water,
Then there's a bubble, which means there's pressure.
well, anyways, just watch Mr. Rex's videos on a lot of where I'm
That's
taking
how
pictures.
physics works.
That's not how physics works in this metaphysical plane.
But okay, so you guys do that for the day. Mark over the calendar, and if you have anything that you can regain on a rest, then you do.
Spell slots?
I think the only
Spells.
thing I was missing was spell points. Yep,
That's
one
probably-
spell point.
Well,
Thank you.
Full. Do I get inspirations back on it last?
No.
Worth a shot.
Guys, can we spend like 4 more days?
It's on one last.
Why?
Because I get my breath upgrade.
No.
No,
Please.
we don't have time.
We'll be back. Don't worry.
I want it now.
Famous last words.
I mean, bitch, we better be. We came here for a purpose, and the purpose
Yeah,
is
we
in
can
the
make
other
side
fucking
quests.
direction.
Because no one ever wants to just help us out. We gotta always go side quests.
Mhm.
We are on the 11th. Hey, it's Thursday.
No one in this world knows fucking Southern hospitality. Only British hospitality, where they give you a quest all the time.
They were letting you guys stay here. It's just that when it came to the blessing, it's like, hey, can you do this real quick, and then I'll do this for you.
Yeah, the British would be all nice too. They'd give you a cuppa, they'd serve you tea, those aren't the same. Then you ask for anything big, and they're like, well, okay, you gotta serve them this shit for 5 years.
They gave us crumpet. We asked for biscuits. They say it's the same, but it's fucking not.
What about?
Not.
But then there's scones.
Also, a cuppa and tea can actually be 2 different things.
Yeah. Gotta love the English, right?
I could have sworn they were the same.
That's why we separated from them.
No, because tea is a different kind. Is basically a different
We're
kind of
getting off
lunch.
track.
It's snack time. It's
Guys,
snack time.
we've been off track.
And
let's,
cuppa
let's
can
get
be
back on track.
Yeah. Yeah. So, the next day rolls around. Morning comes. You guys have your breakfast, and Mercedes wishes you good luck. And you set out.
Dawn, we ride.
At dawn we plan. So, given that we don't need to worry about you guys getting lost, there's gonna be no survival checks to worry about. So I just want to know, how many hours are you wanting to ride this day?
I hope I'm not getting lost.
Because your favorite terrain is forest. You cannot be lost except by magical means.
So do we get lost by magical means?
It's the most funniest shit to imagine, the girl who gets lost most of the time, but just forest, suddenly her disability just doesn't work. I now know where I am. I've returned.
I mean, for you, it makes total sense. You literally just go above the trees. Look around.
Yeah, but otherwise, set the direction marker.
So, how many hours are you traveling in this day?
I guess let's go 15.
15 hours. All right, pushing
How long
hard.
can I
on
push
the-
my broom to exhaustion?
You don't push your broom to exhaustion.
Exactly. March fuckers.
I'll be right back.
Oh, right. I guess if I am on Miles, then I do have to account for that.
We keep bringing this
Yeah.
horse everywhere.
I mean, Chris, it's the only way we're getting there in 21 hours.
I know, but
Otherwise, it's double that.
oh, he's such a liability.
I am a human with 30 feet movement.
We need to get her a phantom steed.
Okay. I'd prefer to find Greater Steed, thank you.
The 4th level spell. The 3rd
Yeah.
level spell. Also, phantom steed is faster.
Yeah, Phantom
True.
Seed's hella fast.
It also only lasts 1 hour.
That's why you
Anyway.
get a phantom steed, not just a,
That's
a spell phantom steed.
That's why you play 3.5, where Phantom Steed lasts in hours per caster level.
That's
But you have a
the entire spell catalog. Anyway,
Well, you have a nice DM.
how
where you can-
how long can we go before Miles gets tired?
Basically, it's basically like how long you want to ride until you want to do a long rest. Not a long rest, I mean like a rest, because the way I did the math and I looked at the player's handbook, it's like you're only gonna travel for 8 hours a day. What? So like that's why I'm letting you guys choose like how much do you actually want to push on, because like 8 hours is like easy time.
It's really not. It's like a whole day job of walking.
Walking. Yeah.
It's a 9 to 5, just walking.
No lunch break.
I mean, you can take lunch breaks. That's right.
That's why it's 9 to 5. The lunch break.
And that's not 8 hours. It's a lunch
But
break.
at the same time, that's also like normal everyday people, just walking that we're thinking about on the 9 to 5,
okay.
Chris. But when it comes to you being adventurers, I'm gonna let you choose how many hours it is.
Okay, then yeah, we are gonna go to 15.
So we can't
Okay.
just pass the hunter exam in this world.
Well, you're not running. The fast pace is that you're just simply foregoing, looking out and scouting, which you don't need to worry about with Ballfrost here, to pick up the pace a little bit. But because you're going for
Why
50,
all for us?
because he won a specific part of the marathon, and he got a boon, which is where if your group travels at a fast pace, you do not suffer disadvantage on perception checks.
Jim probably doesn't
Was this the festival?
It was during the festival.
I don't remember that part. Okay.
I remember people getting special powers for competing in the festival.
I wanted to give nice little boons for the shit you guys did.
I guess I more remember the cook-off than
Yeah, of
anything else.
course. Because everybody was invested in the cook-off. Except Matt.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot.
Okay, so yeah, we go 15 hours.
Yeah, so because of that, that will be a constitution check.
Good luck, guys.
Not Chris, constitution check for the broom.
It has no stats, dude.
Then how come it can go 50 feet? That's a
Go.
stat.
It's a statistic, not an ability score.
Can't say ability score. It's a stat.
Don't enable him.
That's an 18 check on Shade.
enable me.
You are strolling fine. I need a constitution check for Miles because you're just riding him.
Yeah.
The constitution of a horse, they say.
4. Miles will be suffering 1 level of
He's a
exhaustion.
big creature. Can you get like advantage? Like he's trained his whole life for this.
He is a riding horse.
It's in the name, DM.
That is true.
That was easier than expected.
That fucking works.
I mean, it's true. I'm not gonna say advantage, but I'm gonna say that basically he'll be considered having proficiency in the Constitution checks.
So it's a 6.
Yeah, it's a 6.
Oh god.
Oh my god, all that difference.
He will still be getting the exhaustion, but that's about it. And because Shion's not here, I will be roll a Constitution for Ballfrost since you guys were pushing on at a fast pace for 15 hours.
You said Constitution save?
It's a Constitution check, which is the same for
Check.
you.
Okay.
Which means if you suffer 1 level of exhaustion, you have disadvantage on it.
And
continuously.
Ballfrost is fine. However, on the first day of travel along the twisting trees and the very thick terrain that Bronwyn's expertise has been able to make you not worry about, you all start to hear the sounds of rattling and chains moving, and as you look around, Shade and Bronwyn notice this first, obviously.
Why do you think we went fast paced?
Yeah. Shade and Bronwyn first notice this, and they slow down a minute to take it in. And as you guys slow down because you notice, you all also begin to hear it as the sounds seem to be approaching you. Until all of a sudden something hits you. A very rotten scent. Something that was only mildly touched upon in your time in Stonefort.
Why? Why does it all come back to Stonefort?
Why does it follow us?
It doesn't seem to be coming from behind you. It seems to be coming from the side. You look
Which
off.
side?
You look through the trees, and because of the... And I would like you guys to roll me a perception check. Shade and Bronwyn, it's going to be near impossible for you to fail. Wow. Well, you got the D4. 15.
Yeah.
Reminded me. I don't have that.
Yeah, I don't perceive. That's Rio's job.
One. Wah. What a lame.
Okay,
sub
so
roll.
the majority succeeded. The majority rolled really high. So, as all of you look off to the side to see where exactly these are coming from, you see emerging through your field of view in the trees one shambling corpse, then another, and another, and you see some skeletons.
Oh, neat. We found the factory.
But two things stand out. One of a warhorse skeleton, and another of a ghastly, pale, undead figure riding upon it.
Vigorously.
Well, guys, I'm sorry I didn't take undead as my favorite enemy.
And as you look across, they all seem to be heading directly westward, but they seem to have not immediately noticed you.
Haha, they're so stupid. Man, I feel like this bot is making an ambush right now.
They slowly move forward. The zombies shambling. The skeleton.
Zombie?
Zombies.
The zombies shambling ahead, tripping over rocks and vines, getting back up. Skeletons with their bows drawn, looking ever forward, and the one figure on the warhorse actually looking around. But given the positioning, he does not see you immediately.
Getting next to Jinx, I just say, so tell your friend to move, and we get into tree, and you prepare to, and I make the motion of you jumping off the tree and stabbing it. Yes. I just scoot over on my broom.
Yeah.
Like, hurry up.
Yeah, if you guys are gonna move because these guys are also moving.
Yeah. I'll hop. Actually, wait. Where is the like, how high do the tree branches? How low do the tree branches go? I guess.
The lowest tree branch is about 20 feet up.
We're going into this one, which is where the path they seem to be going. Actually, what is the path they seem to be going? Because you seem to be going
directly eastward, not westward.
So then, yeah, get in this.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna, after I get on the broom, I'm just gonna yaw Miles this way, in this direction.
All right.
And you know what? I will. Actually, no. If Rio going with him gives me nothing.
I'll send my Raven. No, wait, I need him to see.
You have 3, Chris.
They don't all see.
So wait, we're all getting in the tree?
They're all trying to get into the tree. Yeah, Shade can get into the tree. Bronwyn can fly. I need Jinx and Ballfrost to give me athletics.
I can jump in.
You can jump in.
What do you mean Jinx to get her? I just said I'm putting her up on my.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay.
Also, I
that
have
was the whole
jumper.
point of the role play.
Also, I have jumper. I don't think it matters either.
It doesn't apply for Ballfrost because of his Step of the Wind. He would need to spend a key point in order to just jump up. That's all he would need to do. For you, you were being carried. I did not hear that, so there's no need to worry. Because of that, all of you give me stealth checks.
Oh, joy. I guess I'll put Miles up here just so.
Just before, is Pass Without Trace worth it?
Guys,
think
I
so.
assume you still have the scout rune?
Yes.
I still have all
Yes,
my
I
points,
do.
so
What is
yeah,
that,
I'm a Pass Without Trace.
Go again for stealth.
Pass Without Trace
I don't
gives
think it
plus
does.
10 to stealth.
Right.
A pass without trace, you guessing that?
Yeah, I got that.
Good. Did I equip the mist rune today? I
Oh wow, I
should
still roll pretty good anyway.
I should have. I did not.
Well, so far the lowest is a 17.
Oh right, because you roll 7. I'm gonna purposely go to this tree because I feel confident in my stealthiness. I'm just gonna go over here.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, keep in mind that for your stealthiness, for your pass without trace count, you have to stay within 30 feet of
That is
the
right. I
surface.
forgot about that. Let me just stay
Also-
here.
also-
for a minute.
Also,
Okay,
Gunnar,
my
what
stealth
do you mean
was
I have to spend the key point? I can just move 5 feet and jump.
Well, that's a vertical jump you're having to make. Like, what's your strength score? Actually, no, high jump is your strength modifier. Yeah, high jump is 3 plus your strength modifier.
You can make a running long jump or a running high jump after moving only 5 feet on foot.
Yeah, and the branches are 20 feet up. Which was why...
He's asking if your jump distance will cover 20 feet.
I mean, I have a
What's your strength mod?
-1.
So 2. So you would actually you would still need to climb actually.
The RP we came for, folks.
Mm.
Some of us are trying.
Yeah.
So I'm
So
gonna have.
yeah. So because of that, if you want to be up in the tree, that's an athletics check on top of the stealth check. If you want it to just be on the ground, that would just be the stealth check.
And probably be easier.
It's your choice, yeah. You do what you do.
You just do the Scooby Doo, just shimmy Cocoa Puff on the.
What's your choice? Alright, you're climbing, and you manage to actually get up on the tree very quickly. And because your lowest stealth roll was a 7, even imposing disadvantage wouldn't matter. So, you
Well,
succeed on
also
all fronts.
That's with the trade.
Yeah, so you succeed on all fronts there. As you all manage to scramble or fly up to the tree, the small undead battalion moves forward.
It's a really small battalion. Like, it's kind of pathetic, really. What are they expecting to accomplish with this?
You don't even know what it is that they're trying to accomplish, period.
Whatever it is, it looks like
So this doesn't look like Ironworks.
Oh, you think? Unless they started employing.
And as you are all waiting in the tree, the small horde moves by. As it does, the scent of rotting flesh just wafts straight up to all of you.
We can't hear any commands
No, this
or any talkings, rather.
they're just marching. Well, as close to marching as these undead are able to do.
Yeah, we're not expecting them to do the goose step.
We should have gotten in the other tree. Oh well.
So we want to ambush the big thing first, or the little things.
That's my plan. The big thing.
Well, they're,
Okay.
They're still moving.
Well, we're.
I thought you said they were heading straight east.
And,
Well, they had the
and look at the
curve.
trees in the way.
That's fine.
You're
I think
aware that pretty
Can we get our surprise? Can we just roll initiative down, Dia?
like
We're
like
about
you're
to-
aware like the trunk of the tree is about this big.
Yes, roll your initiatives. Impatient bastard. What's your...
Well, I have
I want to
patience.
stab the thing. Okay, I want to do what my class is designed to do.
Plus
Alright, generic undead fight. Let's go.
crit. The hell, Bron? Why are you excited just for an ambush?
Can I roll better, please?
Shion,
Nah.
that's asking yourself if you can roll better. Come on now.
I never crit with
No,
fucking
I'm
Felix.
asking the algorithm to roll
Mitch.
better for me.
I'm
Nah.
not talking about the algorithm. I just
Only when
watched
I'm
someone
playing
else watch
Bifrost.
Space Jam 2.
Alright. All of these
Why
undead will be
fucking get it?
surprised.
Oh,
We're not
that's
gonna
next
talk
play.
about
What's-
Space Jam, Chris.
Well, I guess Hungin's now the token for Winter. This fight.
Okay.
I clicked
I
the
mean-
wrong thing.
That's really what your character comes down to.
That's what in fights. I'm not arguing that.
And then
Well, I guess I peck first, no matter what.
Also, DM, can we, just for the sake of space, scoot this battle over a little to the left?
they're not gonna. Not much is gonna be moving to the right. It's fine.
Also, oh,
Okay.
is this dude riding on whatever this is?
He's riding a warhorse skeleton.
Oh,
This is what it looks like.
okay, stop that. Okay.
Can we get
then
his
the
image
first
blown
thing-
up?
Yeah, I'm blowing him up. The first thing to do is Hunter's Mark him, because duh.
Alright, what?
I probably
Yeah.
should have blessed the party beforehand. Can I retroactive?
Now,
You would have had to drop past without trace.
which would have then affected the stealth checks for if they would have
These
noticed
two
you were
facts.
passing by.
Okay. Well, now Path of the Trace is getting dropped anyway, so Hunter's Mark.
You're gonna.
Um,
Your hunter's marking the white.
yeah,
Alright.
because I can have 6 attacks at advantage in 1d6.
Yep.
6 attacks. Yeah, 6 attacks.
Wait.
It's
was this?
four. It's 4 attacks, because
Whoa.
because Moonin isn't attacking unless you want Moonin to attack with his 1 damage peck and be in danger.
Yeah. Two
No, it's
are-
6 attacks
two
because
are-
I have a human action.
Oh. Okay.
Backing order.
Packing order.
So. Wow.
Oh, what the?
So I need to.
Ignore the blast because that should be there,
I
obviously.
need. I don't remember, Chris. Are these attacks considered magical?
Yes, they're written right there, and we talked about this.
Oh yeah, you do put magical in. Yeah, I didn't remember, which is why I was asking. So, in an instant, a magical connection between Bronwyn and this undead creature has been formed as just a pecking squad flies in, dealing among several pecks. 7, 24,
Team Fox, roll
37, 43, on the third peck that immediately just downs it, kills it immediately.
Oh my gosh! So I guess the next two
How-
attacks
but these
go
are-
to the war horse.
I mean, the fourth one is simultaneous because that's how you've been commanding them, so that fourth one is just pecked on something that's falling to its death immediately. These last two, though, those you can then redirect to something else.
Well, they're just going to town on everything that's down. They're just pecking down like
On the horse.
Yeah. So yeah, the horse.
Alright, does 15 hit? It does hit for 13, and as
15,
well...
There's no blast. I just said.
Oh yeah,
no
so
blast.
12. Yeah. So 12. So on that, only one of the pecks actually manages to get through the armor that's on this horse, and it pecks straight into the skull, dealing 13 damage.
Backing order. He got murdered to death.
And while all of the undead still do not even know what's happening, Jinx.
One's ineffective in combat. What?
Wait, what? What did you say?
You're playing Brawl was not effective in combat.
I think she's not effective. That was the opposite of what I
Chris
said.
was saying she's boring.
She's a tad boring, except for the moments where the shit like this happens and she explodes. Otherwise, it's just go attack.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, how's Felix doing?
Who knows? Okay. So,
You're currently 20 feet up.
yes.
Do the link. Do the link.
What do you mean the...
The down? Did you not know, play
the
did you
down
ever see
B.
The Legend of Zelda? Or
I don't-
play Smash Brothers?
Link's down B. Come on.
Down air, you dumbass.
Oh, was it down A?
The spike, yeah.
That's right.
Those bees are special moves.
Regardless, what are you
Look,
doing,
look,
Vex?
Sir,
Okay.
sir,
Okay.
there are several.
Well, if that dude's dead, then I have no reason to do that. So,
Ah, the horse. It would have been cool. Or did you ride on an undead horse?
because I'm not evil?
Make Miles jealous. Come on.
Okay, okay, your birds are actually there. So,
Yeah, well,
Don't-
I'll just put them there.
okay then. Good, because I was thinking about lightning javelin.
They don't take any space, and you can't hurt them.
Oh, I thought one of those was the ones was one I could hurt.
No, that
Okay.
one's on me.
Okay, well then, yeah,
Speaking of, I should have moved him over.
I'll jump vertically out of the tree. I don't
Visibly.
care. I don't give a shit about the damage.
Okay. Are you coming to just strike down on the skeleton?
Yeah.
Alright, then if that's the case, then roll your to hit, and if you hit, the falling damage on top of what your weapon damage is already gonna kill a skeleton because it has 13 HP. So let's just see if you
Good thing they
hit.
don't have undead fortitude.
That's zombies.
Okay, one hand because I'm using my shield, and
Maybe I shouldn't have blown my human action, but apparently
16.
it died of
So,
poor hits.
yes, the skeleton crumbles and crashes into dust, and you take, as you fall to 20 feet, 8 damage as you fall prone. However, and like as you land prone, crashing into the skeleton with your trident, you look and see the bones, and they all seem to be bones don't decay really that much, but you can even see the age that is on these bones.
okay. Let's see. Point order of operations. So I'm prone,
Yes.
and I moved 20 feet, so I can't stand up.
I did it, guys!
But everything's still surprised. So if I hit the horse, it's gonna be a neutral roll. Sure. Hit the horse.
Surprise only deprives Dex bonus. It does not give you advantage.
Oh, then that should have been a 15 then, I guess.
You still would have hit.
Wait, what about advantage?
Surprise with my rules, it doesn't give you advantage. It just deprives them of their Dex bonus.
Well, then why didn't you say something? I had that proc to advantage because of that.
It's fine. Like the amount of hits you would have
You destroyed it.
it would have died. Absolutely either way.
Yeah, you still rolled crazy good on everything.
Relatively.
Every part of those 4 attacks.
So yeah, if you want to attack the warhorse skeleton, it just loses its Dex bonus of +1.
That's bull. That's boo. Okay then. Instead, I am going to.
Oh, what does assassins in your game get? Assassinate them.
I have 10 feet of movement.
Because
left.
they're hidden.
We were hidden.
I mean that
They
too.
were stealth.
I mean that true. You being hidden, surprise, advantage, they lose their Dex bonus. You're almost guaranteed to hit.
Okay, so that first one had advantage, but the rest do not.
Yeah, but
No,
rogues
there's
need
still
advantage
surprise.
to-
Surprise only goes away at the end of your turn.
Rogues
No,
need
no,
advantage-
no. I'm saying for the hidden.
Oh yeah, the hidden, yes.
An assassin will need advantage to assassinate, though. I think that's a bit of an issue, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay, then as my bonus action, I'ma activate the lightning rune
Okay.
to give me 10 more speed, so I can stand up,
All right.
so I can kill the horse with my other attack. No advantage, one-handed. Right.
And that is it resistant to piercing damage? Let's see.
It is magical piercing.
It is. Yeah, it's a skeleton. Well, it doesn't matter. There's still just flat resistance.
I know. I'm just saying. in
So because it's a skeleton, it does have resistance to piercing damage. So you actually don't kill it.
But it's a fork. Can't he, like, twist it?
The old dick twist.
Spin it like
the
I'm hurling spaghetti.
twist, you.
Yeah,
Thank
spaghetti.
you.
Okay, well, in that case, human action.
Okay.
We're just all showing off our humanity.
Fairy fire.
Fair. Oh boy. All right. Let's see here. 4 zombie.
Oh, I
Let's
guess
see
we don't
here.
need bless.
Hold on. Let me just make sure the radius. I can't remember if it's 30 or 20.
It's gonna hit them all.
Really, a 20-foot hits all of them? No.
Okay, it's not gonna hit this skeleton here, but it's gonna hit like this entire pack, which I think is more.
I know, but I want to know if I can hit them all.
I'll roll the zombies
No,
first.
dude.
So 1.
It is a
2,
20-foot cube.
So what's your DC? 15?
Yeah.
All right. So all the zombies fail. Now for
Okay, then. Yeah, so if it's a 20-foot cube, I want this boy in it. Or I want this boy in it, so we'll go.
so yeah, the 2 skeletons. Fail. It's a fucking rave out here, boys.
And the horse.
And the horse.
I'm the woman.
All of it's
Everything is shiny.
all of it's lit up.
Okay,
Why can't you do this when fucking Felix was here?
Because we changed how things work. Okay, so that I'm gonna move up to here, and that is my turn.
All right, Shade.
Okay.
These guys are not worth my action surge.
And I'm not gonna tint
I
all of these guys, considering how quickly they're gonna get knocked out.
I'm gonna jump down over here with slow fall.
All right.
And
My guys are
bonus
windmill.
action, I will use 2 key points.
This would be a drunken
To
master's
do-
dream.
Quake Golem.
All right. So let's hear what saving throws at a strength save, and
Yes.
roll your damage. Let's see here.
Ignore the divine favor, which is 3, so it's just the one.
So that's
the
12
one extra.
So that's 12 damage. I'm gonna roll for the skeletons first because if they succeed, then they can live. If they fail, they die.
Also,
Yeah.
wait, Kaiser, why are you doing this?
AOE.
And now for the warhorse
Has
skeleton.
advantage to AoE.
Dead. So every skeleton in this vicinity is dead.
I just land create a crater.
Yeah, like as Shade falls, the ethereal figure of this Quake Golem stomps into the ground and just releases this shockwave that shatters all of the skeletons.
This one's fine. It's a 10-foot radius.
Oh, 10 foot. Okay. Cool. Nice. And now for the zombies. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 1 succeeds, and that's
Hey, one guy made it.
12 damage. Meanwhile, all the other guys fail, and they're also knocked prone, so in case we had any debates on advantage.
Well, we didn't. They were all fairy fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now you have ultra advantage. And now it's the zombies. Well, actually,
No, that was
yeah.
just
That's
my
fine.
bonus.
Yeah, your bonus action. So now for your action, the zombies before you are prone.
I'll fucking do it again.
I'll hit the one above me.
Okay. That'll hit.
That's an advantage, remember, Kaiser?
Right.
Thanks.
For 11 damage.
Let me just roll again to see if I crit. No, I did not.
Alright, well, it has to make its undead fortitude. This is DC 16. And you stomp its head in.
And the other one next to me.
Alright, roll that damage. That'll hit.
Kaiser, is this how you felt when I
10.
fireballed that group in Vex's game last week?
DC
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
Yes,
And it actually
yes,
manages to
Vex.
stay alive. You
Oh,
try to
fuck.
try to smash its head, but instead you just slam down on its jaw and it still remains.
Yeah, I only have the 2 attacks. It's okay. Plus the AoE. But yeah, no, that's my turn.
Alright. Zombies are no longer surprised. Skeletons are dead, except for this guy who's no longer surprised. Balfrost,
We'll save this one. Get some answers.
No, we won't.
kill every last one of them. Kill every last one of them. Kill them last.
Alright, so there's only 4 left.
Only one we could have conceivably got info from a kind of gang. Didn't think about that.
Alright, I'm gonna jump onto that guy.
Okay. Are you
You
gonna
jumped under him.
Are you gonna use slow fall or not? Because if you will use slow fall, you do not get to add the falling damage to your attack.
Nah, I'm not gonna use slow fall.
All right, then let's just see if you hit. And you do hit. So let me roll the damage that you will take from the fall. 10 damage to you as you fall prone, and the zombies taking.
Can I try to roll?
If
Or is that just not gonna be able to possible?
if
You did
the
the Black Widow thing where you like
if the zombie
catches him on there.
if the zombie was standing, I would have said that you could probably use that to like give yourself a combat roll, but because it was already prone, I'm gonna say no.
Damn it.
Well, if it's prone, then he can definitely do a combat roll. It's already flat on the ground.
It's I'm imagining it because if it was standing, he could use that like it to break his fall. If it's just the fucking lying there, there's not much fall that he can break.
You can do it that way, but you can also land on your fist, which is not too dissimilar to how you'd already land on your hand in a combat roll, in a parkour roll.
You know, I'll let you make an acrobatics check to see if you can take half this damage.
Oh, we're done. And acrobatics checks.
Yeah, you may.
Oh no, whatever will I do?
All right, so you take half damage and you don't land prone, and the zombie still takes 18 damage. So this is a DC 25 con save. It has to crit. It does not crit.
Expert parkour comes in handy.
Parkour.
Alright, so he's dead. Immediately give up. Or immediately just move over. Wait, so that guy is dead, correct?
Yes, I just couldn't, put the X on him because you were on top of him.
Okay. Move over. Pop. Wow.
That'll still hit. Because zombies have no dex.
They got no hit.
And because this zombie actually managed to resist the Quake Golem's effects, your punch has not brought it to the point of trying to hold on to its unlife.
Alright, and then we'll do a single punch for a bonus action.
Alright.
What I should have done is landed right in the center and thunderclapped.
And that one will bring it to the brink of actually dying. This is DC 14.
I'm sorry, Vex.
And you pop
No,
its
it's fine.
head.
If possible, can I give a roundhouse kick and just kick its head like clear off?
Alright, yeah, so after the first punch straight to the face, you can see that its head was falling apart, and then you just do a roundhouse kick to just knock its head clean off.
Alright.
And now
use your support setup.
and that's all?
Yeah.
Alright, and now Bronwyn. Fucking let's see how many
I'm not used to my turn coming back so quickly.
how many pecks does it take to get to a zombie skull?
Oh, I guess we're gonna find out. Do I want the... No, I want the skeleton first. I don't do big enough damage.
Well, it will be
First
resisting your piercing damage.
Yeah, remember that.
Oh, yeah. Well, monks, have fun with that. Oops.
You mean
What?
Jinx have fun with that?
Jinx has a piercing weapon, too.
Jinx
I
can
can punch it. I can punch too. I punch better than they do, technically.
Backing order.
18. Let's see, does it make its DC 23 con save?
Oh my goodness.
Dude,
No.
just punch
The
more.
first it takes one peck to get to the center of a zombie head.
You can punch one more time than I can, but I have action surge.
Well, then I guess this just goes to the
I can-
skeletons then, anyway.
Alright,
Yeah, might as well.
and that'll be 5 damage.
No, it doesn't matter. Now we're just pecking order.
That's another 5 damage. And
Goodness,
that's another 6 damage. It's dead. They're all dead. They're destroyed. They're gone.
Do you sound upset, DM?
I'm actually not. This was meant to be an easy encounter. I just wasn't
I know,
expecting an
I can
ambush.
tell.
Yeah.
However, you all stand there within the span of just 6 seconds, having dispatched a troop of undead.
And more, I said more like 10 seconds. Run had 2 turns.
I wouldn't call this a troop.
High five!
I feel like I wasted a bit of magic, but oh well.
It was worth it to get the drop on them.
That's not quite what I meant. I call my boys back.
I call for Miles.
Stretch a little.
I call for no one.
Get the Epona whistle. Yeah, that's because no one calls you.
Thing is, Miles can understand. Well, yeah, thing is, Miles can understand me. So,
Oh, you talk to animals. So
Yeah.
for no reason.
There's a reason.
Not- yeah, there's a reason.
There's a reason. It looks like no reason. You're a fighter.
That is, yeah, Chris.
Strange times you live in.
What fighter feature do you think is giving me this? I'm curious.
I know it's your mark, dumbass. That's why it's a joke. That's why it's a joke.
Strange times we live in.
Yeah, so assuming Miles hears me.
Yeah,
Thanks,
like,
Chinese.
you can
God,
you
that's
can
a curse.
you can move it. Yeah,
I just won't get near the
Miles!
body dead
Yeah.
corpses.
yeah.
Those are
And
confusing times.
as you call Miles, do you guys continue to ride out, or do you do anything with these
Did
bodies?
this big important boy that was the first one to die like a bitch, did he have
Yep.
anything on him?
I
A
get
map or
someone
something?
thought to
A
do
map
that.
of the fortress or anything?
He
They're not gonna have a map of their fortress.
what
I
he
don't know.
what he has on him is like mostly, well, it's like only partially rotted black studded leather armor with like very intricately laid purple lines as if it was embroidery, but it's leather armor, so you don't really get to do that. And on it also had a longbow with 30 arrows and a longsword.
Well, I guess we're selling that to
Taking the
someone.
arrows.
Like, do they look like good longswords or like cheap shit longswords?
It looks like a
Cheap shit.
it looks like a basic longsword that has seen some age.
Yeah, that's the real question you've been asking. How much rust does it have?
It's actually not that rusty, but it's certainly like decent. It's like noticeably aged.
Actually, better question. How much dust is there in there?
Like, do you want to like open his armor and look at his undead body?
I was thinking of the sheath of the sword, but that works too.
I'm guessing prestidigitation a lot.
I don't do that. Everyone
Sorry, how
fights.
many arrows did you say there was?
30.
Cool.
Yeah, the monks can have that shit.
I don't know.
He doesn't use a bow.
I use a bow.
Well,
He uses feet.
Well, when it comes to the sheath of the long sword, it has a noticeable layering of dust, but it's not like super caked on. So the sword has been used a few times in recently. And if you want to actually peel back the armor and look at his rotting body, and you can, but that's going to be a con save.
Against what?
Against the
The
mustiness.
rotting corpse.
Yeah,
Against your vomiting.
against being grossed out.
I have bird for this. Also, I wasn't actually going to do that. I was just going to take swabs of the inside of the sword, just look for bloodstains.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna do that, then looking at the sword, there's like one layer of recently dried blood. It's not thick at all.
Busy.
What did you just say?
They've been busy.
Oh, okay.
Can't tell if that's just you not hearing or like.
No, that was your accent.
Yeah, you like you used a lisp in that time.
It sounded like dip and diddy.
I blamed the mic on that one. I thought it was. I heard myself clearly.
Well, duh.
Okay. Okay, so we saw them coming from that direction, right?
Yes.
But we know the where we're the
Where
last
you're
notification
going.
was that way.
Yes.
Okay.
And we know we're supposed to be fighting Iron Men, not zombie men. What the fuck is with
Iron.
this forest? This
Oh,
isn't even
look.
Iron Zombies.
Elves live here,
Yeah.
so if people want the land, the trope, I'm guessing. Everyone wants what the elves have. Never just get off our land.
You're not an elf right now, shut up. Okay, so do we bother trying to find out where these guys came from? Or do we continue on to where we think they are?
Sorry, what? Can you repeat that?
So do we continue on to where we think our objective is, or do we see where these guys came from?
I think we can probably just ignore them for now.
Okay.
Then, if that's the case, then you take the, I assume, just the arrows from the white.
I have no need for his
Yeah.
fucking sword.
Then you just take that and you leave the bodies
I
behind.
do. I do a lot of prestidigitation just so it doesn't fucking attract a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Then you leave the bodies behind, and you continue on with the rest of the travels that are otherwise uneventful, mostly within your day. And you are already halfway to the outpost, roughly. And during your camping this night, are you guys going to be taking watches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have burb, so
I mean, so do I. That hasn't stopped us before.
well, my burb's a lot more observant.
Fucking talking about, mate. What shit are you on?
Well, who's taking which watches?
I'll take
Prefer-
first.
I prefer last, just so everyone
And
can wake up.
second, because I'm an elf.
Yeah.
I'll take last because that means I can wake people up with tea.
Then I guess I'll take third.
Okay.
I'll just sleep.
Also, I'm an early riser.
Also, I forgot the scout rune gives me advantage on perception checks.
Nice.
Why do you think you have it?
Well, if you're gonna forget, you can give it to me.
I mean, definitely trade it off on watches. Like,
Wait, you can just do that?
yeah, it's literally
just
whoever
passive.
is holding it.
Huh.
Just a pass.
Who, ever. I could literally literally just talking permission sticks I pass around.
So do I roll 1 or 2?
Tell me at the
Times.
tune.
Roll twice.
Oof.
Hold on.
Get the D4. 13 and
Oh,
23.
the campaign's done.
In the first 2 hours, Shade, you use that as an opportunity to do your usual nightly routine. You try to keep an eye out, and even through all 4 hours, nothing seems to really catch your eye. You just simply take this time to admire the starry night sky. And moving on to third watch is Jinx.
Okay.
Well, shouldn't that mean you should just pass the scout rune to
Yes.
whoever's on watch?
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I mean,
It
you're
doesn't-
next
it-
watch, so you're the one that can ask for it first, so.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, okay. Here you go.
I imagine this is a ritual we do, actually. It's like, there's no point in you having it while you're trancing.
We're now figuring
Yeah.
this out.
I mean, that still adds +5 to his passive perception, which does actually matter for when you're quote unquote sleeping.
True.
I mean, my passive's still good enough already compared to
Yeah,
everyone
like-
else's. I think it's
Yeah.
fine.
And guys, in that case, while Jinx is on watch, she's just going to give you the lightning rune until she goes to sleep. So if anything happens, you can't be surprised, and you have advantage on any initiative that might happen.
Can you post that in the chat?
Guys, unless combat happens, it won't matter anything.
Oh, okay.
So if that happens, I'll do it.
Okay.
Okay, so give it to Rio, because this is Rio's job.
Oh my, you're fucking outsourcing the
The bird has way better perception than I ever could,
fucking humans.
in every regard. Okay, so perception check. Ta-da.
Is bird.
19.
We'll fly.
I mean, Brahma doesn't have like
Baby
confident
in pelican
advantage.
mouth.
Given that she's looking through two different
Well,
sets of
because
eyes.
Jinx isn't even trying to look, there's nothing that Rio sees that he relays to Jinx.
Okay.
The familiar can use the rune is a little weird.
So like whoever's holding it and their fucking necklaces.
No,
But yeah,
Okay. At the end of my shift, I pass Bronwyn the scout rune. I take the lightning rune back from Shane.
while he's asleep. Also, she looks confused because you've never explained this to her.
I have 2 of by now.
you You have not,
You
and
haven't.
you didn't even say I tell her everything. You just start doing
Okay,
it.
okay. When I hand it to her, I explain what it does, how it works. I tell her everything.
Is this gift?
No, it's mostly just something we use for watches, passing around.
Mild disappointment.
We mostly have it on Shade because he's the most mobile and the most observant of us.
Stickers. Well, I guess now I have 30 passive wisdom perception.
Yeah. So, like, you can roll if you're actively wanting to look, or if you're just wanting to just sit and drink your tea and just wait for something to happen.
I'm not drinking the tea 2 hours before they wake up. It's like last half hour.
The last half hour. Fair enough.
That's for the bird.
I figured in the last half hour
Oh,
you started making
he
the
rolled
tea.
high. And I rolled high.
Nothing happens of note. Just the wildlife existing.
Can't roll higher than my passive now.
And soon the morning sun rises upon the horizon. Given your position, it's not even shrouded by the mountains. It's merely hidden behind the tree line. So you have a much clearer view of the sunrise as its warmth hits you.
Oh, right. Okay.
And so,
DM,
yeah.
I'm just gonna do this now before I forget. I'm not going to go into detail about what I say, but right now Jinx is sending Rorik.
Okay.
I will send you what that does after the fact, because if he's gonna affect what we do right fucking here, I'm gonna have questions.
Yeah, there's there's no
Teleport
amount of
behind
urgency
you.
that you can possibly provide him, given your position, that he will want to use any resources to immediately go to where you are, even if he could.
I know.
Uncle, I'm dead.
No, this isn't even Oliver. This is Rorik, the guy from Pegasus Springs.
Message from beyond the grave.
So that's all Jinx does in the morning. And yeah, you guys can do your rest stuff, regain your spell points, regain any hit points, regain any hit dice.
My key back.
Yep, regain your key.
Regain my human action. Regain inspiration.
No.
I made that joke and now someone else running with it. Okay.
Also, yeah, I'm just gonna
Inspiration.
like using hit dice is not even worth it. I can just second one before I go to sleep and it's good.
I guess that hasn't changed.
No, she got hit by the ground.
Yeah.
The cold hard ground. Oh.
Actually, wait, hold on.
Whatever method you choose, you immediately get back whatever it is that would get you back to full health.
I know,
My
I'm just
God.
making sure the minimum would get me there. Yeah, it would.
Why must the 2000s music must always come back to haunt me?
Good question. But on this new day, to which has rolled over on the calendar, you set out once again, and you'll get to this place within you'll get to the outpost before nightfall. But by about slightly after midday, you begin to hear new sounds coming from the direction that you actually are approaching, that you're heading
for
towards.
fuck's sakes. It better be metal.
Well, first off, let me shift ping you guys. I also need to put miles on this map. To back. And shift ping.
Oh, a different
Connor-
forest setting map. That's
Connor,
new.
I like that because my internet takes a little bit to load, I can see where you've added treason.
Yeah, I saw that
Wait,
too.
what?
I saw that too.
A lot of these trees I've added in to, because the normal map is like there's a ring of road and 4 actual other roads.
Yeah, this is where I fought the Shambling Mound.
Oh, well, that's kind of obvious then. If it's just the ring of road, because we can see that still.
That's why I put a lot of trees here to make it seem like a natural part of the woods.
This is where I
Ultimately, don't think that was
nommed on by
necessary, but okay.
Shambling Mound.
Well, it gives us more places to hide. and would certainly make Felix more happy. But...
That too. And as you all are walking forward, you don't smell or see anything, but you do immediately hear off in the distance the sound of servos and gears from like, and you even start to hear the sounds of saws cutting into wood, and even the sound of a tree falling over off in the distance.
Uh-oh.
Where's Moonin? They're doing some fucking Princess Mononoke shit already. Wait, that's not the right one. What's the one they're cutting down for trees and forest?
Everyone hears this fucking chainsaws and
I think
tree
it's-
topple.
I
Jinx
think-
just hears, ah!
I think it's Nausicaa.
Does she actually hear screams screaming? I just need to know.
Tree screaming.
Dream streaming.
If a tree was screaming, she's too far away to hear it.
Well, I'm sending the bird. Wings of surveillance.
I mean, yeah, I imagine all the birds
I ride on
are
wind
doing...
and cloud alike.
I imagine that the birds
No
are all
one-
doing...
No one got that reference. Well, mine's invisible. I hope yours can be.
I mean, it's a bird, mate.
And immediately
yeah,
you
it's an owl in the day.
you send your birds out to scout, and immediately, as what Bronwyn sees, because of Moonin flying forward, but soon Rio as he's in pursuit, you see you see 4 men wearing this type of armor that you see here. The color scheme is more blue and silver, but I couldn't find a way to like colorize it in a way that I liked. They all do seem to be carrying the appropriate muskets, though. They all have a saber by their side. Upon their helmets and the shoulder guards of their armor is that of the Valerian Empire seal. But behind them, cutting down trees that they walked by, is what appears to be a muscular, large man? However, his head is completely encased in metal, his face almost basically removed and replaced with this casing. Both of his arms have been replaced by various tools. To his right, on his right arm, you see a very large saw that is whirring and cutting to the wood. On the left is a mechanical piston-powered claw. And they all seem to be just slowly marching forward. Some of the men walk out as they look around, as the thing slowly walks behind them. And whenever they regroup to become more closely knit, they move forward slightly more, with the thing properly following suit.
Okay. So I assume Bronwyn relays all that?
What does Bronwyn say with what she sees?
I see abominations.
Like the creature?
What? Those are aberrations, sweetie.
Bryce, you knew that.
Are they?
She's so stupid.
Alright.
Where are they?
I point.
Change it.
Far.
I have to do like some Pythagorean theorem for a second, triangulating for position.
Ish.
Well, now she actually has to do the Pythagorean theorem. We haven't rolled initiative. Slow down. They haven't seen us.
This is a new situation, though. The forest thing does not fit what these people are.
Yes, you're right. She's trying to math. He's like 2, 3, 5 hands away. Or feathers, wings.
Should we try to get in the tree?
I also
What's
think it
the
would be
big
best
one?
if we attacked from the side.
Well, which way are they
Um,
facing
what
and
is our-
going?
what is our
I can easily
plan
tell.
exactly?
They're facing in the direction that their tokens are moving.
Cool. So we just sneak up behind where Moonin is. Everyone, time for Pass Without Trace once again.
What is our plan? Are we just going to attack them?
If
I
we
see why not.
we'll knock them out, but we won't kill them, or at the
Oh.
very least, the 4 of them.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure if we should kill that thing that's cutting down trees.
Right.
It doesn't seem to be cutting down every tree, it's just cutting down particular ones that are getting in the way.
Well, now we have the pass without the trace.
Okay. So yeah. Yeah, we're gonna sneak. We're gonna
Go through the tree lines. We're gonna give this big girl a lift. Let her
Right.
horse. So that thing makes noise.
Yeah, I'm gonna send Miles off in this direction. Actually, no, that direction of the undead. Go that way.
It doesn't matter. You have the opponent whistle. Get on the broom. Alright, you two are following me, which means I'm the leader. And time for stealth checks, I presume.
Given where you guys are, you don't even need to worry about rolling stealth checks.
Well, we're gonna get as close to them as possible, are we not?
I'll tell you when to make a stealth check once I actually see where you, like how close you guys are. So right now, you're far enough away to where they're not gonna notice you.
Okay, well, did you? So they're following my lead, basically. And now for the big tree, the big cover, where they totally won't bite us in the butt.
Okay. So, is anybody riding on Bronwyn's broom with her?
Me.
Pretty sure it's just Jinx.
Just Jinx?
Which, does that give her advantage, or does she rely on my stealth check?
I'm gonna say that both Bronwyn and Jinx make stealth checks, but at disadvantage.
What?
Because you're
Just
both
look at
trying to
that.
hide while on the broom together. And at this point, with everyone there, everybody's making their stealth checks, but Jinx and Bronwyn do it at disadvantage.
You're saying disadvantage very quietly. I don't know why.
I don't.
Okay.
Well, you know I'm saying disadvantage.
Yeah, but you're getting. It's more your something with your mic.
Okay, then guys, we know what's about to happen, right?
Murder.
So the
Jinx, stealth, disadvantage. I think we
So-
know what this formula leads to.
Well, didn't you already have a disadvantage?
well, the lowest I see here. Yeah, the lowest is a 22.
I love pass without trace.
So these men keep.
Also, Chris, your disadvantage.
I love pass without trace.
The lowest is a 22. As the men seem to be, like, moving forward, always constantly looking out, and their method seems to be walk out, and they seem to bring up their scopes of their muskets out as they look forward, and then they look forward ahead even further, walk
These guys are
out.
acting like they're a nom. Let's show them they need to be more paranoid.
Honestly, the
They're
best
in
time
the
to strike them is
trees.
when they're looking out their scopes.
And at this point,
Yeah, actually, that's really limiting their photo view. They're really being stupid, actually.
Even if it's just one group at a time, that group is fucking vulnerable.
These people are not well trained. We'll have to inform the elves of this back in the village. How to abuse them, and also how to,
Okay.
how to use gungi spikes.
Okay, so
Well, you move your ass forward. Actually, I can send you on the broom while I find a nice little spot on the branch.
sure, I guess.
I'm just gonna sit here on my little branch and just you go ahead.
Okay, Chris, then I need to know what's the weight limit for the 300 or 500? Connor, hold your horses. It's the mechanical question. It's the mechanical thing we have to figure out.
We got 300 and a 500. What?
Or like, what's the weight limit to where it changes speed?
We get like DMG somewhere here. Where's my DMG? Here it is.
let's go to the compendium. That'll be faster. Broom of flying.
I disagree.
I just found the broom of flying. It has a flying speed of 1500. It can carry up to 400 pounds, but its flying speed becomes 30 while carrying over 200 pounds.
Over 200 pounds. Okay, then... And it's 30.
By default, because you're a big girl.
I'm not a big girl. I just have half plate on me.
Close enough. She's a big girl now. Move forward. Close enough that you're still within pass without trace. I guess I'll move a little bit on my.
Well, actually, if I'm on this broom solo, then I know exactly what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
I am rising up.
Well, you have to tell me what you're doing because it follows my command still.
Oh, it only obeys you. It doesn't obey the person writing
No,
it.
you can't just use it. I
Well,
tell you.
from a certain distance, Bronwyn can't be speaking anymore and has to start yelling.
Well, I command it mentally. No, actually.
It's
Basically, I tell it where to
fine.
go,
It
so-
should be, unless it's a special one, it should be just whoever is.
Yeah, it's
using
verbal.
it.
No, it obeys my command. It's attuned to me.
Broom of flying. It is not attuned. It is not attuned. You can send the broom to travel alone to a destination. Let's hear. If you speak the command word, name the location, and are familiar with that place, the broom
I
can.
could have sworn this thing was attuned.
It's not attunement.
Oh,
Oh, right, that's why it's so good. Busted.
It's okay. So basically, it doesn't actually follow any specific person's orders, but because it says speaking the command word, I'm gonna say whoever speaks the command word has the driver's seat, basically.
Okay, so I just said, what's the command word?
She says something very old in Nordic. I guess it would be Norse.
I mean,
Which
let's say
is
it.
what?
Redhawk.
Right. Okay. Okay. So is this the clutch? Okay, we're driving.
Oh, or is that
Okay.
shouting?
No, sorry. No, that was me making a Helsing reference.
Okay.
Okay. Then yeah. I just asked Shade Buffrost, do you guys want to get a bit closer before I do this? Because the second these two look down their scopes, I'm gonna fly at this guy.
While this is happening, oh, I guess
I'm
I
good.
just keep path thought trace. Never mind.
Okay, so yeah.
I'm good.
DM, just let me know, because I'm gonna give the broom's command to fly right at that boy.
Well, when you see them you see them like not moving for a good few seconds, imagine that's what they're doing.
Okay, then I guess right now.
Yeah.
Okay, go. Let's see.
Doing
I
this
still
in
have to use
initiative?
my. Yeah,
Are
I have to
we
use
doing
my.
this in initiative or?
They're gonna be surprised by this, so roll your guys' initiative now. And then just
Okay,
when
thank-
combat officially starts is when, it's gonna be a
Get the
surprise
thing.
round.
Get the thing.
It's up.
It's already up, Chris.
I don't see it.
It
Oh,
stayed up.
whoops. I minimized it.
Good job.
Oh, okay, Bronwyn. Thanks for the extremes today. That feels so good.
Okay. And since I was the initiator.
That should not be the GM. Oh yeah, it's because I was testing.
I get the feeling.
Hey, look at that! Exact distance.
Remember, you can't dash with the broom.
Needs Shade's initiative.
Right, sorry.
Broom can't dash.
No, the DM told me about this for some reason. It can't dash.
It's weird. Actually, wait, hold on. Considering this shit that's in my bag of holding, I might be under the 200 round mark.
Dump the contents of. Wait, we really need to figure out like just a bag of holding bomb. Just get like a giant boulder in there. Just...
Dude, you have no idea the plans I have.
that's the era of total annihilation.
Actually, no. With my tower shield, no, I definitely exceed that. Okay, so
Well, anyway.
so with
Well, anyways, are we just gonna be waiting for Jinx to initiate, or are you guys gonna be moving yourselves as well?
I guess that's Shade's thing. Shade's decision.
Oh, I'm just gonna wait. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't even know. I don't know what the plan is. Everyone's kind of just initiating.
Okay. Well, Jinx.
I said I'm gonna attack this guy. He's the only one we might kill. The others we're knocking unconscious.
Okay.
And prioritize ones that are looking through their scopes, because their field of view is limited. That was the plan. Okay, so with the broom, I fly down. Does the broom use my movement?
No, it has its own.
Okay, then with my movement, I should be able to get here.
Wait,
That's how that works, right?
no.
Are you jumping off the broom?
Okay.
No, like, the broom moves however much it can move.
But that is still considered my movement.
It's not considered your movement. You don't
So if
expend
I-
any of your own movement, but you can't expend movement for the broom either.
I know, so I'm saying, if the broom moves here down to the ground, I hop off it.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then yes, you can do that.
Okay. That's what I'm making sure
Yeah.
about.
Reminder, when it comes to elevation, use the dots, which, by the way, the lowest branches here are 30 feet up, and And like a really high branch, but not like the highest, is like 50 feet.
I'm definitely at the top, at the highest.
All right.
I'm okay with
Well,
heights.
you use the dots. 10 feet for every color.
Okay. Okay, so first attack is getting have advantage.
So immediately Jinx descends from the broom, leaving it behind, and
Apparently
rushing.
it's not advantage. He said, remember?
Yeah,
I
it
don't
just
know.
loses.
No, we were hidden.
Yeah, this is a surprise round.
No, it's not the fact that it was surprised, it's the fact that we were hidden.
Well, you moved from being hidden to no longer being hidden, and now it's a surprise.
So I lost the advantage of the first attack then?
Yeah, you're losing the advantage, but it still doesn't get its dex bonus.
Okay, then,
How is he not still hidden? Like, wasn't he looking through his scope? What did he do?
When it comes to this thing, he's
this
attacking.
thing.
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Oh, that's
Okay.
okay.
Okay, then, can I get this thing's token blown up one more time?
Sure.
So I can see if there's any place for Rio to help me with.
Its eyes.
I don't think those are actual eyes.
I think we can assume.
Those
Better
are
make
all-
an ass of you and me in this case. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
Wait,
sure. Yeah, sure. Rio, go for the eyes. Like, let's just like try and cover his whole goggles with the wings,
Mm.
blinding him temporarily. Will that work?
You can try.
Well, I mean, I did it.
Oh, you okay? So you're doing.
Yeah.
The thing does not have a single response. It is not distracted.
Okay then. So I need. Okay, so I'm attacking. So no advantage.
No advantage.
I need to make goop eggs! Oh, why did I think of that?
Wrong
Okay,
character.
I know. I was thinking like, neither of my eggs would work in this situation. I need to do what Sokka did and make goop eggs.
Okay.
It's sticky.
Okay
I
then.
need to make-
I'm gonna attack. Fucker, he's not within 5 feet of anyone.
The
Okay,
okay,
then.
know what he's doing for the next couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay then. I'm a booming blade this bitch
All right.
for my first attack. So no advantage.
As Jinx descends from the broom, abandoning it to rush for the enemy, you charge your trident up with the explosive energy, and
All right. As my bonus action, I also coat lightning paper on it.
all right, just do the bloodborne.
Yeah. So that lasts a number of rounds, or that lasts a minute
It lasts in rounds.
in rounds. Okay. Okay, I'll look at that in a second. First attack. Well,
24. As you rush to slam the trident into it, you can see that this thing doesn't
Oh, wait,
have
we're
any
at the moving
dexterity
blade
to
damage.
contribute to its AC that it's losing. Instead, it's all metal that you're striking into. And as you plunge it in, you find a point of flesh. And as you sink it in, it does bleed human blood. However, it does not seem to care about the damage. You deal damage, but it does not show any reaction. So,
It has its pain receptors removed.
so let's see here. That's 15, 21 damage.
Wait, if it doesn't have pain receptors, then it doesn't know it got hurt.
It still has tactile responses.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine it's still cognizant enough to know when it is being attacked.
And bleeding.
Losing blood pressure.
Otherwise, that's a huge.
That's the kind of oversight you'd expect to see these in the
Gaming
prototypes.
Yeah.
Which these are undoubtedly are.
Okay, just making sure what are my maneuvers. Not useful here. Okay. So, second attack. This one with no booming blade. 17?
17 will also hit it as you do another solid strike right into it. But again, this man thing does not care.
Question. Is it unarmored? Is it considered unarmored?
No, the
Okay.
metal fused with it is considered its armor.
Okay, just being sure. Then... I mean, yeah. Do I want to use my action search? No, I don't want to use my action search. And I will just... And me and Rio Oh wait, I don't have any movement left. Never mind. Rio will get the fuck out.
Alright, and because Rio has flyby, he's good.
So that's my turn.
Alright, and this is where you learn this thing
Can't be surprised.
cannot
Can't be
be surprised. It's
Yay!
it turns its head towards you, and it sounds like a man giving a painful grunt mixed with whirring mechanical sounds that grind your ears as it brings up its saw blade hand, and it's going to try and tear into you.
The
Make
fact
more
that they
of a
thought
mistake.
cyborgs were a better idea than just constructs is a very strange idea.
Yeah.
As it reaches towards you to saw you. that's
Parry and
still a
riposte.
hit. Is the minimum value of that going to make it miss?
Expend one spirit and add it to my AC. I need to roll at least a 2.
You need to roll a 2. Alright, 2 plus.
What the fuck kind of...
And I get a free attack on it because of that.
Alright, so this time you actually managed to take your adamantine trident and managed to actually use that to stop the whirring blades and toss it aside where you use that to use it as an opening.
Is this actually the whirligig?
Yeah.
And 19 will hit it.
Damn, this isn't actually the whirligig, I hope.
If it was the whirligig, it would have reach, if I remember correctly. I gave that weapon. So,
Well, we don't know if it has reach yet, so we'll find that out.
Yes, we do. I can read.
But the whirligig cannot go up to 30 feet.
Yeah, that's the...
And
Okay.
with its second attack, it is going to try and grapple you with its servo claw. And it's considered
Something dares. Something dares to challenge the queen.
and it is considered a large creature when it comes
That's
to
fine, I'm
grappling.
considered huge.
That's when you're grappling, not when you're being grappled.
Right, that distinction.
Well, does this thing's distinction only count when it's grappling, or just all the fucking time?
It counts when it's grappling.
Okay, so I don't have advantage on this.
Correct.
This is gonna be a stupid grapple fest. I can already see this. It's like, I grappled you.
And
I
it
grappled you.
creates this pincer lock maneuver around your waist, and it is now going to shoot its arm out 15 feet away from you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can hear the sounds of mechanical whirring in its arm with the claw as it juts out this large pillar covered in wires as it just shoves you out and holds you in the air with its claw.
How do we get a strength save against that? That's okay.
I think it's just pushing you and maneuvering you in the same way. It just has stretchy arms.
Wait, am I grappled or did it push me?
You're grappled, and it moved you within the reach it can give, but it does do it does deal damage to itself when it does that.
A
Okay.
construct would have been infinitely a better design.
Chris, you've watched Invincible.
Yes, but they didn't have constructs.
Balfrost, it's your turn. As you all of a sudden see Jinx facing off against this thing. And all these soldiers are, like, in the slow process of turning to see what's happening, because their turn's next.
They're also surprised. Unless they have some shit too.
So what are you doing, Balfrost?
POV limited. Fucking healed seal.
Run up here.
So are you going to use slow fall to jump, or were you to...
I was on the ground.
You're on the ground? Okay.
I'm just
Alright.
gonna run over there and let's just punch the guy right above me.
Just give him a donkey punch.
As you rush out of nowhere from the guy, because it was just all one swift motion, you do have advantage. As you come up and you deliver a gnarly punch to the guy.
I'm just
And-
imagining a fucking haymaker to the back of his head.
Are you wanting to kill him, or are you wanting to knock him out?
Just knock him out.
Holy
Alright.
shit, he's already down?
As
Goodness
you
almighty.
clock him square in the jaw, dislocating it and rendering him unconscious. You dealt all of his HP in a single hit.
And
Oh.
then we will just do. basically in this round, Balfraz is just continuously doing spin, either by punching or kicking.
Alright, well, you no longer are getting the benefits of being hidden, but the guy does still lose his dex bonus, which will let you hit him for 7 damage.
I'll go ahead and use a key to get a flurry of blows in.
Alright. And again, whoop-boom, right to the chest. Dealing 10 damage. And for your last strike.
Looks like they have about 20 HP.
And 12... Well, actually, no, that's 10, so let me actually see. Nope.
Because
That is not going to hit him. You actually only managed to strike against his armor, and it blocks the blow.
any armor blocks that.
And he just looks shocked at what's at what's happening.
They didn't say there were dragonborns in this forest.
Yeah. So is that your turn?
Yeah.
Well, these guys are no longer surprised, so they're like, "What the fuck?"
What? Oh, right.
That's their turn, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's their turn. Bronwyn.
So I don't. Wait, am I still hidden?
You rolled high on your stealth, so yeah.
Well, time for the bird bombs. Aerial bombardment. I should get
Aerial
grenades.
bombardment.
I wasn't gonna go there, DM. Also, because my broom is just staying here, and I can't command it to come back to me because she has current helm of it, right?
I'm not on it anymore.
You can shout the command word and give away your position.
Yeah, because that's dumb. And I have a talking bird.
So
Why not
Moonin is gonna have control of it.
Yeah, while invisible, so the broom just looks like it goes away.
No, dude, I want to see art now of Moonin just riding the broom like a fucking surfboard.
We talked about
Yeah,
this.
not just Moonin, the entire bird brigade, including Gem, just all of them,
We talked
in
about
a
the
line.
ability for the bird to ride the broom before. I didn't think I realized that the bird could take command himself. That has potential dangers. Yeah, he's just gonna take it back underneath, behind. Just go into the bushes over here while these guys get dive bombed.
Okay.
As I actually, can I 100 marker them at my range? I probably can't. I know I cannot because I
Like
need
90
60
feet, isn't it?
60 feet, I thought. I shall check. I shall double check, but I'm mostly sure it's 60 feet. I'll be happy.
I'm thinking
to be
either Hunter's
wrong.
Mark or Hex. I'm pretty sure one of those is 90 feet.
Why don't I have Hunter's Mark on my tree? What the? Why don't I have this on my spell?
Hunter's Mark, range 90 feet.
Thank you. I'm still gonna put this on my spell list because for some reason it's not.
The ranger doesn't have Hunter's
Well,
Mark.
don't forget,
What?
you can drag and drop from the compendium.
That's what I just did,
Okay.
and it didn't work.
You need sometimes if you move it too far, like it'll
Yeah, there we go. It was
it'll
like
yeah,
fucking
it'll look like it's
glitchy.
flashing, and that's because
Yeah, I hate that.
the coding is
I know.
weird.
It's stinky. Now for someone to get concussioned.
Don't roll all of your attacks at once because we've seen how much damage you can do with just
Yeah,
a
they're
single
getting
bird
murdered to concussion.
to concussion. Well, roll each of your birds 2
Attacking
attacks.
order.
Yeah, roll the first 2
Oh,
attacks.
I need
for-
advantage. But I guess I'll roll this just again in case. Not as matter.
So, let's see here. They're no longer surprised, so they keep their dex bonus. So, the
That's
19.
the hunter's mark that I forgot to roll.
So the
The
19.
14, the 14 was with the advantage.
Yeah,
so-
that was just that was just
okay.
the advantage roll.
All
Sorry.
right, well, 19 will hit for 17 damage.
And this is the second attack. Now that I actually have advantage toggled.
And that guy is unconscious.
Just bonk bonk. So the bird just goes. So the 2 birds just go to the one guy's shoulder, just double bonk. And next to the next guy doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Broadwin in this forest is just pointing at the battlefield from up in the tree, going, "You're going down. Okay, now you're going down."
you do not have the hidden thing
Yeah,
anymore.
I can't hunter's mark this guy. But so another double bonk.
You don't have advantage.
I don't need it.
Aren't these birds invisible?
No,
No,
only
no.
the familiar is invisible. These two are visible. So that's
yeah, they're always visible. Only
so
one.
with the hunter's mark damage on top of this, because that's
This
7.
one. Oh, right, I forgot to.
Oh, actually, no, because you can't move hunter's mark.
Yeah, we just
Yeah.
talked about this.
Sorry, I was just like, okay, let's see if he's dead. But
You
no,
lost me.
but no, that's 17 damage to this guy as well.
The 16 doesn't hit?
16 does hit.
So, does the double bonk not do it?
No, they don't have 17 HP. You've dealt 17 damage to the guy.
No,
This new guy.
the new guy I dealt more than 17. I dealt a 12 with a crit. Plus 7.
That crit would have been if you had advantage, but you used your advantage on the first guy.
Oh.
Yeah, so 17 damage.
Oh, whoops. Wah, okay.
If they're not invisible, they don't get constant advantage. Just the first strike.
I just assumed being hit and worked for more than.
No. So is that all?
Well, quite literally. Yeah.
All right, Shade.
Back to.
Okay.
They'll just try and just hover on this guy's. They'll just sit on this guy's rifle just for funsies. They'll just sit on this guy.
I kind of
Just-
just want to like try and like stay hidden in like the trees as I shoot them with arrows.
Okay.
I'll shoot.
No,
Well,
the
then you're-
actual elves are doing.
Well, then
this.
you're gonna have to be, like moving around and making new stealth checks, because as soon as you attack, it reveals your position.
Yeah.
We should have covered his ears.
I should have gotten the mask.
You don't. It does not matter for you.
No, because they're ironworks.
No,
Yeah,
We're
I'm
not
gonna
trying to
shoot
kill them.
the-
No,
we're
these
trying
guys
to
are
get
not-
them
the
away.
only thing of the ironworks is this thing. The other guys are Valeran troops.
They just have
Oh.
ear.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot this guy.
All right, make your attack.
Non-lethally? Can you non-lethal a bow?
You cannot non-lethal a bow.
Not?
He's about to go down. You might want to aim at the metal thing, which probably
I
has more
can't
HP.
non-lethal bow. Really?
It's
It's
a
a bow.
yeah, it's an arrow. You can't non-lethal an arrow.
You can.
Just like how you can't non-lethal a fucking fire.
I'm pretty sure the only time I've ever been able to do that was when I was a sharpshooter as a Yoko. And I don't know if this game would even allow that.
What about the arrows that have the boxing glove at the end of it?
Sounds fucking. Shut up.
That's an actual magic item, and I would say yes to that.
That's not an actual magic item. That's just a
It's the
boxing
walloping
glove
ammunition.
on an arrow.
That's an
Walloping
acting
ammunition.
item.
Yeah, walloping ammunition is an actual thing, and I would imagine the enchantment is just a little boxing glove.
If it's not there when you fire it, it forms on the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Otherwise,
shoot
how the
guy.
fuck does it wallop?
You're gonna shoot the machine.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh wait, I have advantage because I'm hidden.
Yes, you do.
So just see.
Well, it doesn't matter.
So 25 will hit, and you do have your elf combat training.
Yeah.
Elf sneak attacks.
That
snake.
first, and then
6,
I rolled
Wow.
a 1.
7.
I don't. Yeah, the power charm doesn't add to the elf combat training, right?
Correct. It's not +1 per die. It's just flat +1.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, that'd be
I-
broken with rogues.
Yeah. And then I will.
And the arrow sinks in, but it mostly hit a section of metal to where not much effective damage could have been done.
Yeah. And second shot.
All right. You've given away your position, so 15 to hit,
Okay.
and 15 will not hit the metal thing.
Oh, okay. Then I will try to like.
I feel like we overestimate how easily the enemies find our position, but well, I guess that's just game balance.
Yeah, and because you're not a rogue, you can't hide as a bonus action. But if you move to a spot where they just flat out cannot see you, then it relatively
Yeah, just a
largely doesn't
different part
matter.
of the tree.
Well, if it's on this side, they can see you. If it's on this side, they can't, because this is where the trunk is.
This is a big tree. Well, can you hide behind this little tree?
Yeah, Hellkaiser, if anything, you just went more into their field of view.
That is gonna hide you from a good amount of them.
Considering they're facing this way.
Sir, there's only 2 of them left.
And they have
Yeah, that's
goods.
different, I guess.
Alright,
My
Jinx.
count is 4.
Alright, Jinx, you're being held aloft, grappled by this mechanical claw.
Counting that as 2?
Count is 4. Considering how tough it might be. I'm just going to assume that wrestler's counter grapple does not apply.
The most it can do is get you out of this grapple.
Do you have a teleport?
Yeah. It's a missy
might be-
step.
That might be a time to use it.
Fine.
Oh,
I
no key.
I cast Misty Step.
Alright, in just a moment, whoosh, you teleport in a puff of mist, and the claw just clamps down on nothing as you teleport next to the thing, Omae wa Mushinderu style.
Mark off the spell points. Okay. Yeah, that's right about. Okay. And, to make sure that doesn't happen again, I'm gonna grapple him.
Okay. So, you have advantage, because you're considered huge, you have advantage, and it has disadvantage. So 20.
Ah, fucking damn. What is this book? Oh, man. Okay. Advantage, proc, and... Oh,
25. So you managed to grapple it now. However, you
Fine.
now realize that it may not be that good of an idea given its buzzsaw arm.
I was thinking more, Oh, wait. Yeah, it was facing that direction. My idea was, grab it from behind like a German suplex.
Well, then you would need to be...
Yeah,
Here.
I would need to be here. Obviously, I'm not going to grapple the fucking chainsaw.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that attack. And... yeah, I have one attack left, so yeah, we're just gonna booming blade it again.
Alright.
Ba-ba-da-ba. Actually, no. No, actually, this is the only way. No, I'm just making sure. Can my trident do non-lethal damage?
No.
Okay, I just want that distinction.
Well, I mean, any weapon you could use as a non-lethal thing, but you would basically be using it as a club, as in 1d4 damage.
Right. Actually, shit, I don't even have my trident on me because I can't hold the trident and grapple. I don't have that talent.
Yep.
So okay, so yeah, I don't have talent, so I'm just gonna punch it.
Alright. Claw
Punch it
gets
with my fist.
punch him straight in his metal face.
Yeah, which I can only imagine is just squeezing. Okay, so it's the D8 if I have nothing else on my hands. So it's the D6. 6 since I have the shield. I take off the paper because that's not applied to the fist. I do apply the booming blade and punch. Why did it prop? Roll 20.
Waiting. There we go.
There it goes.
Even with your advantage, you do not land a solid enough hit for it to actually get through his very iron jaw.
Fuck you. Then... No, there's probably more of these things. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright. And it's not going to try breaking out of the grapple. It has disadvantage on attacking you if you're grappling it, right?
No, I'm pretty sure that just gives me advantage. I will double check. To be chokehold. Nope, chokehold is the restraint thing.
So it's going to attack. It can attack you normally?
Yeah.
Alright. Then it's going to
It's
be just
just
holding its buzzsaw to your side as it, like, reaches its arm back. So it's going to be attacking you twice.
No.
It's going to be attacking
Hold
you
up the shield.
It's going to be attacking you twice with the buzzsaw. So 24 to hit.
God damn. The Predator is the D6. My currency is 19. That's not worth the risk. Take it.
Alright, you take 20 slashing damage as you try and maneuver the shield while keeping the grapple, but the saw starts to cut deep into your abdomen. You can see the blood flying everywhere. As it keeps holding the blade, it's gonna try and... 25 for 15.
I just got these kidneys fixed.
As it starts to tear even further into your side, you can even start to see even more blood just flying everywhere, coating the entire back of the shield and all of your armor.
Jeez, a pincushion, apparently.
Well, every group's got
Why is it
one.
always my abdomen?
Why is the DM like excessive violence?
DM,
DM's
why,
trying to
why are
take
you
our
so
money
obsessed
away.
with my midriff?
The DM's trying to keep take our money away by continuously forcing you to replace your organs.
well, Ballfrost, it's your turn now. One guy's now just like, oh, fuck, oh, what is happening?
Go to sleep.
And is that time, like, he's wobbling a bit because he's kind of out of it, and that makes you miss that attack.
Oh, he's a master of drunken fist.
But that time, though, you just punch him square in the face and he just falls back unconscious.
Oh, he just got lucky. The entire script of an episode of.
And now you can see Jinx turning into Hamburger.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
There's still
ahead.
one. There's still one person up, Shion.
I
by the
know.
way. Okay.
He's just relegating that to the birds. Like,
Yeah, I saw the bird. I saw a bird just kind of take that man out a second ago. So
you just
I'm sure they got it.
you just heard a boom.
So let's go ahead and punch.
All right, as you actually manage to strike square to its face, and you do your damage.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a rune charge. So what's this guy? What's up with this guy?
You learn its damage and condition shit, right?
Yeah.
All right. It is- it-
Yeah, let me go ahead and.
Yeah, click
Okay.
the thing.
Well, the damage thing I already know. I just wanted to know if it includes conditions, and since that it does, it's here. And condition immunities. All right. So in terms of, it doesn't have any resistances, but it does take -3 damage whenever it takes bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage. It is immune to psychic, and it is immune to being charmed, frightened, stunned, or exhausted.
Does that include the magical versions of those attacks?
It's just flat damage reduction on bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
Well, good thing I didn't try to use Stunning Strike. Yeah, Balfrost just screams that as he's,
Or there's any chance of stealth?
like, in the middle of the,
Yeah.
fight.
I was less about surprising this thing and more about surprising those other fucks.
Well, then, in case there's more
And-
patrols.
And that one is not going to hit. You just ping your hand against its armor.
Yep.
Yeah,
Quick,
and,
Shion, saving face.
and this guy, having seen all of this happen in less than 6 seconds, well, in about 6 seconds for him, he's utterly terrified, and he's immediately going to break and run. So
What
he's
a
dashing away.
Coward.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Ah, they don't get opportunity attacks
10,
yet.
11, 12.
I do.
Oh yeah.
You're
Grapple at somebody.
one hand's currently grappling, one hand's holding a shield. You can end the grapple to hit him.
Can I not just lightly bap him with the shield? Can as an arm
attack
strike?
him instead.
Give it. What hand are you holding your shield in?
Which side has the buzzsaw?
The right. The right arm is the buzzsaw.
That's where it is.
Then that's your right arm as well, so you cannot make an opportunity attack. Unless you want to end the grapple.
Or drop the shield.
And you can't decide
ahead.
to drop the shield
Go
as part of
ahead.
your reaction.
Go ahead, drop the shield.
But he can't decide to. He can't drop a tower shield as part of his reaction. He can end the grapple as part of his reaction.
Why don't I have Warcaster?
Are you gonna take it or not?
No.
Alright. Then that guy just broke and ran, screaming, Bronwyn. I think I know what's gonna happen.
He's not faster than the birds.
Yeah.
They move 90 feet.
No, not the birds!
This poor bastard.
He physically could never outrun them.
Joke's on you, he has expeditious retreat.
Just for funsies, I guess, since the birds aren't gonna go back to hit the other guy anyway. We'll 100 mark him. Time for backing order. Bop.
And that's he's down.
Bop. The other was just like, you didn't let me do anything. Whatever. Well, he can't. He
Dude,
teleported behind
share
him.
the
He can't come back.
kills.
Can I just set one up there?
You sent both because you send them both at the same time.
I always do. Nah.
Once you start declaring that you do it separately is when I'm gonna start taking you on your word of whether or not you do.
I know. Well, now I'm just calling the broom back up to me.
Okay.
Like, just for comfort's sake.
Is that all?
Me.
Is
Yeah,
that-
I'll just sit here.
All right.
Chilling.
All right. Shade.
Oh,
Do I make a new stealth check?
You do not need to make a stealth check when it comes to this because you broke a line of sight. So like, so long as you don't come out from the same spot, there's no need to worry about it.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him again.
oh, God, it's fucking. I closed out that by accident.
Also, this thing can't be surprised, so it doesn't matter.
Well, it's not a matter of surprise. It's a matter of being hidden. You can still be hidden from it.
All right.
I'm gonna use a charge of the inverted radiance to do divine favor, but you know, necrotic
Okay.
because I'm in total darkness.
Yeah. Well, you're in dim light because of the shade.
Ah,
Wait, so is it still radiant then?
Yes, it's still radiant.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I'll shoot him, big boy.
All right.
DR, but yeah.
24 to hit. That does it. For that's a good amount of damage.
Yeah, that's a good amount.
It's too bad he has the piercing.
He does not have it. He reduces it by 3.
I like to
Oh,
point
right,
out that if we don't modify the memory of these guys, that guy who tried to run away is gonna have PTSD from this.
Who cares?
Another 24.
Yeah, that's also gonna do it.
The Florence soldiers, who gives a shit?
Damn, I rolled a 1 on.
For 8
The
damage.
Nazis. Who gives a shit?
Yeah,
and
fuck
then-
Nazis.
And then I will like. Oh,
What you measure in there, DM?
come up.
I didn't measure anything.
Oh, no, that was Kaiser. I forgot it was white.
No, that was
Yeah.
Chris. Chris's color is also red, but
Yeah,
mine
right.
is
I'm
blood
done.
red. Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, Jinx.
Well, final changes.
Okay, let's, I don't like what he does.
Yeah, your
So,
part of your abdomen is
let's-
turning into hamburger.
Yeah, let's pin his ass to the mat.
So it's another opposed check.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I'm going to activate the strength rune.
So
Power rune.
so you get +2 to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, he got a 24.
God, fuck, could you stop rolling so well? Sure, advantage is proc. Okay, that's good.
But you got a 23, so you don't.
Hold on. You become rotary work for this.
It's an ability check.
Is it? It is okay, and it's a number of allies within.
So so you just need a +2 to beat him.
Right, I know. I actually don't have Beacon battery. Written. Do I? Should be here. There it is. Check equal to number of allies within 30 feet.
Which is Balfrost.
Which would just give me a +1, so I can't do it. Damn it.
So you try your damnedest to try and push this thing to the ground, but to pin him with the restraint, but it's just stabilized so well you can't pin him down. That's an only attack it takes for you, right?
Chokehold as an action.
Ooh.
So fuck you, I'm bringing my human action, doing it again.
You're gonna do it again. Okay.
I'm not using my double
22.
action. No.
Damn right, and I do
20
it again.
21.
Here's a 14.
Oh yeah, you don't. Oh yeah. Oh, right, that's
Because he has
true.
disadvantage.
Right, it's true. So this time you actually managed to lock up its arms and to where basically it's going to have to struggle even harder to get the blade to you. And if it's focused on you, it's not going to be attacking Balfrost.
I'm just imagining the Titan fight between Aaron and the first time he fights the Armored Titan.
So now you have this thing restrained.
Yep.
Is that all?
So, bonus action, anything. Right, I'm gonna look up how long the paper lasts. If it ended, I'm gonna use it again. If not, that's it.
That's fair. Alright, but either way, you're not gonna be making any more attacks. So, onto the Warforged. So, it's restrained, but now it has a new target on its left side. So, it's gonna be attacking you with its Servo Claw, Balfrost.
Disadvantage.
Did I hear Warforged?
Yes. It's in the name. You can see it on the turn order.
We don't see it in the
Can't
turn
see
order.
turn order names
Oh,
that aren't.
We've never been able to see the turn order names.
I did not know that. Oh, well, anyways, Balfrost...
Disadvantage.
Yeah, it does have disadvantage because it's restrained, so 18 to hit you.
That just hits.
Alright, as it just claws straight into your chest with its pincer, and it just tears out some flesh, but it does not hold on to a grapple with you. Whereas with Jinx, it's still going to be trying to shove the buzzsaw into your abdomen. With disadvantage.
Why did it?
21.
21. Okay, screw you. I'm using the shield shades.
Oh, the shield shades. All right,
That-
as you're holding it there, you just quickly flick the shades down, and the shield emerges out from you, and the buzzsaw immediately turns into that fractal.
I'm not sending it back at it. I'm not using that effect.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. What? Could he?
He could. It can reflect an attack.
Well,
I'm not sending it at. I just want to protect myself.
All right, so you just flick them down, and they create the arcane barrier, and the buzzsaw does not cut through it, even though it's like inches away from your skin.
I wish shield would be a bit bigger in radius.
I mean, it's trying to protect what's getting
I
hurt.
know.
We're not trying to save this one, right?
I don't think we could get much information out of it.
Well, what are you gonna do, Balfrost?
You're free to try.
So let's go ahead and pull out my stick.
The forget me stick.
Yep.
Bonk stick.
Bonk.
Alright, that will absolutely hit it as you strike it with the reduced damage taking place. Are you going to spend any charges to create 10 damage of force? As the magical energy explodes, you can see that many of the system, that it's now starting to leak not only blood and everything, it's also starting, you can see electricity fraying out of its wires and oil falling out of certain pistons. This thing is about to go down.
And as Balfrost is hitting this thing with his stick, he just says, "Stop hitting her! There! We just got those replaced!"
Kidney punch, kidney punch, kidney punch.
And
pause.
And it's restrained, so you have advantage, so 17 will hit! And
Oh yeah.
so Balfrost, how much do you want to kill this thing?
5 damage did it? Damn.
Oh, will the 8 do it?
Yes.
Oh,
Even reduced.
Aww. I didn't even get the peck at it.
can I just
Okay.
shove the stick like directly through his eyeball?
Yeah. So as you smack it one side the head, you then focus the stick expertly, and you just shove it like a fucking pool cue right through its skull, and the stick's jammed itself into the head, and it doesn't go through all the way. It breaks the lens on its eye, but it feels as though that you hit like a fucking brick wall inside of its skull. However, the thing very quickly loses function and collapses.
Hey, guess who gets a test subject?
What?
The only person here who cares about metal things, apparently.
Yeah, if you mount your mantis blades on this thing, we're done as friends.
Oh my god.
This is what gets them
For
started on.
science!
This is what gets them started on the road to that one college kid in Invincible.
Oh god, no! The
That's what I
human
was hoping
body
you would
is-
do. I was hoping you do the Omni-Man just turn. I guess he's not that strong.
The human body.
I
is just a
immediately sit
machine.
down and go to patching my fucking side.
I mean, good berries, because what the fuck. Get 10 HP as I sprinkle them on you. I just make tea for you.
Climb down.
I don't do this all day. Have your booba tea.
Booba.
Booba tea.
Huh. That thing was a bit more than I was expecting.
Are your kidneys alright?
Look out. Yeah, I think they're okay.
Yeah, it was mostly the muscle of your abdomen it was tearing into.
Not feeling any organ failure.
No,
What
thankfully I have thick as fuck muscles.
What the fuck did that even register as, creature-wise? I don't even know what that would have.
Humanoid.
Well, Shay didn't do anything, and you didn't do anything.
Well, I have a free... Stop that.
I have a free
How
stuff then.
How would that work, actually? Because I have...
You have detect construct?
No. But I'm wondering if, if my favorite enemy was constructs, and I tried it on it, I assume I would learn.
What are your favorite enemies?
Fiend and Monstrosity.
Is it either of those, DM?
No.
Definitely not.
Okay then.
That would be convenient. And annoying because I didn't use it, but...
Okay. Ow.
And I'm also gonna roll for when these soldiers wake up. In 1 hour.
Well, I guess it's time to get the rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, after catching his breath, we're saying Balfros is just gonna immediately pull out some rope.
I begin collecting their weapons and ammunitions. I
Alright.
think they'll make good gifts for some boys back home.
They're all muskets, and they all have 20 rounds of ammunition each. So that's 4 muskets, 80 bullets. They also all have what damage did I? They all have sabers, which are basically just scimitars. And they all have breastplates.
About those.
But removing their breastplates would be removing a lot of their armor. And that would be leaving them partially naked, which I don't know if you guys are wanting to do or not.
I'd rather not see that.
How's removing a breastplate leave you naked?
Musket balls.
It's-
Total of
whatever.
80.
Okay. Do they have any anything on them that indicates a base?
They
A
all
map.
have
I guess I'm looking for a map.
they all have a map of the local area around, and they just and that's basically all they have.
Is the map marked with a path?
No.
That's really stupid.
It's marked with like certain landmarks, like here's a ruin, here are some cities, here's the river.
Here's LOL. Wait, hold on.
Wonder if I could preemptively wake them up with smelling salts. I definitely have some of those.
It just making sure. It does not have a on it, right here.
Would smelling salts work on unconscious people?
If they were knocked out via taking that. I mean, they did get knocked out by taking non-lethal damage
Yeah.
the entire way through. I'm gonna say, just for the sake of if some of them are gonna come up, I'm not gonna have them roll, but I'm gonna have you roll a medicine check.
This is definitely something she's had experience in a few times.
Oh, you're not doing that right now, right?
No, I'm not, because I wanted to talk to it with... I'm going to ask Jinx first. So, you are bad cop, yes?
I suppose.
I have tea. I get the tea ready for them first, then the smelling salts. Then we try our hand at waking them up.
First, I'm going to. Oh no, alter self won't alter my clothes, so it's pointless.
I already had some tea brewing anyway, just to help her. So I guess we're not really waiting that long. Medicine, smelling assault.
I do have my mask on though.
So medicine, you will be able to wake them all up. Where do you want to put them?
I just need. It's time to the center tree because thematics.
Well, wait. Wouldn't blindfolding them be a good idea?
Yeah, sure, we can
Maybe.
blindfold them.
Yeah.
We only need to talk to them. We don't need them to see it.
Yeah, the fear factor. The fear turkey.
I am
God,
basting the fear turkey.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah. So Balforos will make a improvised
Alright.
blindfold.
Yep. And as you guys are setting these guys up, the scent of oil and burned electrical wires starts to really permeate the air from the machine thing.
Oh, I'm sending Moonin up to the fucking sky, just to keep a wide berth up and get a aerial UAV up there.
Okay.
Oh wait,
I got
You said
3
this thing's
kills. I can
smoking?
call an UAV.
What?
you said this thing is smoking?
It's not smoking, but like the smell of burnt electrical wires and
We should
oil
probably get away
and
from any
blood
wood.
starts to all just permeate the air.
We should probably get away from any wood. We should also probably dig a hole for it.
Sure. I spend a minute casting mold earth.
Oh, good, you have that.
I have the hat of wizardry basically.
Yeah. So you make
Forgot about-
you make a little hole for it. You put it in the hole. You cover the hole up.
Yep.
That'll help cover the smell too.
And then I use prestidigitation to clean up any blood and oil.
All right. And
We would make
almost
such good criminals.
honestly, yeah. There's like no evidence it was there. Legitimately.
I mean, Chris, did you think Jinx hadn't picked up anything with the time with Felix?
Felix would be proud.
Yeah, he would.
Ah.
He's like, oh shit.
Let this be known if anyone wants to run D&D 5e with a modern setting. Prestidigitation and mold earth together make very good crime cleanup.
Yeah.
Specifically out in the woods, otherwise not helping you with an urban crime scene.
Yeah, it's
But
not gonna
just-
help with concrete.
Just to mark things so that we know, just in case to come back here, I'm going to mark this tree with a symbol. We'll just go with Odin, because duh.
Okay.
Nah, we'll just go with like a simple I symbol. As in, this is where we saw it.
Okay.
And here's what we're gonna do. See. DM, I guess this is the ruling we need. How long ago does a raven have to have heard what it's mimicking in order to replicate it?
Well, an ordinary raven.
Anything anything involving like how good its memory is, which would normally matter for us to like Google, but because these ravens are under the control of Baronwyn and her memory, then
Effectively, it's my memory.
yeah.
Okay then. Do you want to just before we wake them up, just mimic a voice, have a short conversation with it, so I can get a hold of its voice and mimic it to everyone else.
What would be the point of that?
They think one of their own comrades is talking to them.
While they are blindfolded.
Yeah.
Why would they not immediately ask to have their blindfold taken off?
I'm not saying their comrade would be the one taking it off.
Huh?
What? I am confused.
Same. I don't know what the plan is here.
I'm just going through my head, making sure this is making sense in my head.
Well, the initial step of tie them up, blindfold them is a pretty good start.
Yeah, we do that.
Should we get the water torture ready?
No CIA.
Maybe this isn't here to provide a lethal injection.
Aw, damn.
That's not helpful for interrogation.
It is for hushing them up afterward.
But yeah, what like are you I know Bronwyn's gonna be waking them up, and the 14 medicine is gonna let her wake them up. It's just, is there anything you want to do before this, or are we gonna wake them up and we're gonna go to the interrogation?
I'm just gonna do good cop, bad cop.
Fine. All right.
All right. So Bronwyn walks in front of all these men, and she holds out the smelling salts, and they.
We're not waking them all up at once. That's about it. We can just keep one scared.
All right, you're gonna wake one up, so we're gonna assume the bottom guy here, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Are
Go
they
down the
right next?
line.
Are they right next? Are we? Did we tie them all up right next to each other?
Do you want that to be, or do you want them to be spread out across the tree?
Well, on each side of the tree, preferably cardinal point, so they can't like feel each other.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. That was the thing I was curious about. Is can they feel each other?
Because otherwise, we want to have as much fear in them as possible.
All right. So you put the smelling salts in front of the guy at the on the south side. Oh, my head. Oh, what happened?
Actually, I call Moonin back to me for this specifically, so I can mimic a posh upper accent, a posh northern accent. Would you like a cuppa, sir?
Hey, what's happening? Where am I? Why am I? Why can't I sing? Why can't I move?
Well, that's because you got your ass handed to you. And
Alright, the lizard thing.
me and my partner here don't exactly appreciate
Balfrost feels insulted.
Wait, what did he say?
The lizard thing.
Oh.
And actually, he kind of looks insulted too. Like, how dare?
He's not that far off. My partner here, Daniel, and I, well, running into this, it's not very happy. I assume since I've heard you mimic voices before, you can do a man's voice. I'm just assuming.
I mean, at the very least, I can just do Balfrost's voice. I doubt he can distinguish Dragonborn voices.
Wait,
They all sound the same.
They're normal voices.
Are you two?
They shouldn't be. You have weird shaped mouths.
I mean,
realistically speaking.
honestly, like I imagine most Dragonborn, sound like Matthew Colas, which is like they talk like this.
I just imagine their voice has more reverberation because they have bigger mouths and bigger throats.
That's true.
Like that, just by physical nature of a throat, they give you more deeper baritone voices, which is appropriate for Shion already.
Yay!
But like when you say that, like through Moonin, he's like, wait, are you two with whatever the fuck just happened? And how long have I been out?
Oh, it's only been a few days.
Days?
Oh, don't worry about that. You probably want to drink some water. Well, I don't really have water, so here's some tea. And I just put it to his mouth.
And he sips it. Thank you. But why am I still tied up like this?
Man, me Vex so wants to say, alright, so you put the poison in, right?
That's what I was thinking, like, man, he just took that so easily. Why did I think about having drugs?
You know what? Fuck it, I say that.
Wait, what? As he like tries to fall, like do you tie them to the tree or just tie them up and lay them at the tree?
To the tree.
To the tree.
So he like tries to lean over to hawk up.
Please don't make jokes, he's going to waste good tea.
Wait,
That is very funny, though.
wait, I'm fine.
Yes, you're fine. This person finds every reason to make people dislike my tea for some reason, even though it's lovely. Was it not lovely?
It was good, better than just the ration water we brought.
Of course, everything's better than passion water. Anyway,
Passion water?
whatever he said.
Ration water.
I heard
Ration
action water.
I heard passion water, so I'll just go with it.
Type in the comments what you heard.
Okay, stop being so much of a joker. Or at least if you're going to joke, threaten him in a proper way that, you know, gets what we want to know. Goodness.
Wait, what do you guys even want? Did you tie me up?
Well, they'd like to know what the hell is going on out here.
Wait, so you didn't? Wait, did those guys tie me up?
Who?
The guys that...
He must be talking about the people who brought them to us.
Ah, that would make
no-
sense.
Yeah, yeah, they're the ones who attacked you.
Wait,
But,
then-
they're
then-
just hired hands. Don't worry about them.
Wait, what did you hire them for?
Mostly for surveying this area, and for any suspicious folk. They had already been on edge after discovering some undead creatures roaming this area, and now they find something walking of metal and stinking of, well, you.
Yeah, that was us, but wait. Oh, so there's more than just what we saw.
This forest is supposed to be a sanctioned area.
We weren't told any of that. We were just told to look for a village.
A village of what?
We don't know. We were just... It's a village in the woods. We were told we'd know it when we find it.
We've been surveying this area for years, my personal company. There's nothing out here beyond a few oddly looking nice oases, but I'm not going to tell you where. I'd like to keep one of those private. You should... There's not much out here that we know of. There'd have to be something seriously magical. I am a wizard myself.
Then I guess, well, after what happened to us, I can't really do anything about that. But if you're out here, probably shouldn't. This is a warning.
A warning of what?
The guy tied up and blindfolded is giving us the warning.
How far away did they... We were in the Empire when we were attacked, or the forest in the Empire. Where are we now?
It has been a few days.
DM
But-
clarification. This forest is technically part of the Empire, but it is also the part that is currently trying to succeed.
Yes. Basically, all of Korstar's kingdom was a part of the forest.
Okay, just making sure of that. Continue.
Yeah, it's like, so where are we?
I looked at him, actually kind of confused on where to go next, because I've been liking this performance, but now I'm like, where do I go?
I just whisper in here. Well, what is it we want to know?
We're still in the Empire, right?
Yeah, 1 second. While we're whispering, I just like kick a nearby rock just to make some noise.
I told you should have bought better maps.
Yeah, maybe
I
if
just
you
heard the
gave me.
sound I just heard the sound of paper rustling.
Yeah, maybe if you gave me a bigger fund, I could.
I can't pay for everything. That's my spells.
Yeah, then this is what your money buys.
It also buys you, which is very nice.
Yeah, that's where most of the money's going.
Or maybe your ego's a bit too much. Was there anything more about your orders that you're looking here for? Just a village? It doesn't make much sense. And we might probably be still on Korstrad, looking at the lines here. Probably.
We're still definitely in the forest.
Although, in a couple of decades or so, whatever the outcome of your war is, it may or may not be Korstrad anymore.
Well, that's what we were told. It was...
Our hired guns said they found you pretty deep into the forest if you came from the Empire. What cardinal direction did you come from?
Wait. Are you gonna take us back?
Well, that would be more helpful, wouldn't it? Unless you don't want to go back, would you prefer we sell you somewhere?
No, I want to go back.
I do have a guy who's been looking for some hands.
That was
Well,
a joke.
Well, no, I don't really want to go back to the commissar, but I do want to go back home.
Does that name mean anything?
Commissar, you can give me a history check, Jinx.
This is... You told me I can't take a history check?
Can I make a history check?
I'm old.
Balfrost, you don't need to roll a history check because of
Aw,
because of your
yeah.
wellspring of knowledge.
Oh yeah.
What about me?
That should not have been an advantage.
No,
That's not
no, because you've not really dealt in much of the things of the Empire, because this is an Empire-specific topic.
Oh.
So
So
both
17, 16.
So both of you know that Commissar is a very specific rank within the Valerian Empire. It is basically a guy who can lead a relatively large battalion of men.
Like the equivalent of a brigadier general or first colonel or captain or.
I don't know much about real world titles, but I'm gonna say that like whatever's like lets you command a lot of people but still be the lowest
What would
rank.
his platoon size be? I guess average, with this rank.
About 1,000 guys.
It's like, okay, it's like a.
I just cast message and whisper that to you.
Remind me of just the last thing he said because we.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to go back to the Commissar, but I want to go back home.
Not a very friendly guy, is he?
No, he's fucking horrible.
Well,
Actually,
what
wait.
do you want for?
My other guy, the others aren't around here, right? If they heard me say that.
No,
Seriously?
we have them downstairs.
You're telling me your friends don't share your feelings?
No, but they're more of the snitch kind. Always looking at brown nose, and if I were to say something like that, they'd tell the Commissar, and I don't know what would happen.
So have you not thought of defecting? You're so afraid.
Can you say that again more clearly?
So have you not thought of defecting if so afraid?
I still care about the Empire. I still want to serve, but that guy's terrifying.
Well, if you're okay with an empire who employs such terrifying people, I suppose that's your choice.
What is it you even want with me? What do you want with us? Can we just go?
My friend, I'm mostly just a purveyor of information. It's such a character thing for her to say, even with that. That's why I like surveying lands. Lands that could be potentially useful. But sadly, for the most part, the lands you're looking for are very... well, mostly just good for lumber.
And he doesn't really know how to respond. We still...
Who exactly leads this troop of yours? Was it the metal thing they said they killed?
No, that was... I think the Commissar said it was warforged. Told us not to worry about it much.
Do we know what the definition of a warforged is, or is that just a new?
Definitely not. That's a new term, probably.
Yeah, it's a new term, but you understand the definition of the independent words used for that term.
Okay.
So who did you take orders from then, from your little troop?
We were all assigned as basically our own squad. Go out for a couple hours, report back what we find, and we...
You had no chain of command?
With the Commissars back at base.
You don't have... They're going to lose this war. Goodness. So you're just a bunch of goons patrolling all at once without any unity or camaraderie.
Well, no, it's... certain squads take turns.
So how many... how many squads did you have out there, then?
We had one, and then there was mine, and everybody else was back at base.
So, if the I'm gonna butcher this word anyway, but she says it right. If the Commissar is back at base, and there is no chain of command in your little squad, who commands the robo thing? Because they said it didn't seem to react normally.
The technicians programmed it to just take basic orders from any of us when we need something, and if it came back damaged in any way, we would suffer some sort of consequence.
So what do you think is going to happen to you if you return without it? Because, I'm sorry, it's not coming back.
He just gives a visible and audible gulp.
So, you sure you don't have any other reason to really stay in the Empire? Because you might just want to run.
If this boss of yours is as bad as you're saying, it might actually behoove you to never go back.
But if I run, then I'll be an outcast, and that means, and if I'm already from the Empire, then they're not gonna take me. Nobody else is gonna take me, and I don't know what I'll do.
I believe we have connections, don't we? That would help with that. And not of the selling variety, of the job of his own kind. I look towards my friend.
Yeah, you would actually be amazed how many enemies of the Empire would love to have a turncoat.
Maybe not as a sellsword. You don't look like the type who wants to come back. Maybe just as a hand around the stables, or just something generally around the battlefield.
I still want to go back to my family.
Well, tell me, do you think you'll go back to your family if you go back to the commissar?
I'd hope so.
From the way you were making it sound, I thought this man would kill you on the sight.
I haven't seen him kill anyone, but I've seen him shoot them in the foot if that pissed him off.
Well, what are the usual things that piss him off?
Whatever happened to us, I guess. Maybe that's
But-
worse.
But no one has ever come back completely without their robo thing. Right?
We haven't. Everybody's come back with theirs.
And
So
you're
the
first.
extent of your punishment that you've seen is of a much less serious circumstance.
So you would be the first of your kind to come back without any trace of the machine that they care very much about. If that's a
And-
gamble you
yeah.
wish to take, it's up to
Yeah,
you.
you said the punishment for coming it back scratched pretty much was a shot in the foot.
At this point, give me a persuasion check at advantage. Either one of you.
Yeah, we're so. I think you have more charisma.
Yeah, I have a better persuasion. I have a +7 persuasion plus my art.
Oh yes. This performance is the best thing. Yeah, I'm glad I got this crow.
Okay, mark activate.
And he's like, "Yep, yeah, you're right. You're right." So, you've got something to help me, right?
We can lead you back to a safe place and to a home. I'm sure your uncle, was it? He probably help survive. Always use some helping hands. Yes.
I mean, yeah, he's not high up, but he has his own connections. He could do it.
Be taken care of. And when this whole wolf thing blows over, and maybe we could even you can get some pictures or something of your family. Do you have one of those?
It's back in my tent. It's back in my tent at camp.
Your name?
I actually think the agents said they were gonna be staying patrolling around that area, or at least the area they found you at. Is the campsite far from there?
The base is from where I last remember us being. We only marched for a few hours.
Only a few hours march. Well, either way, with knowing her name, that should be enough to send them ascending, yes.
A name and a facial description should suffice.
So your family will know you're okay
you're,
throughout.
you tell me.
So your family will know you're okay throughout this war at the very least. We can at least assure that much.
And if you want, we could always leave traces that you were killed, so long as your family knows you're fine. That should be enough, right?
Yeah, I think so.
We're just completely changing the strand of the life.
Dude, he came here knowing his life could change. He came here knowing his life could end.
I mean, like, when you get knocked out in one punch due to a dragon man, a lot can change.
We should go back and get those zombie corpses. And dress him up in their clothes.
Oh my god.
What?
Dress the zombies in their clothes, burn them a little, and they'll never
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay. I thought you meant dress him up in the armor and walk him into the city.
No, my other idea is disguising as him, going into the camp and killing the guy myself. Points.
I mean, I could do that too, but yeah.
Well, no, you wouldn't be able to do it with invisible raven.
Oh
sensor.
right, you're right. I keep forgetting you don't actually mean you.
Yeah, and unkillable ravens. Imagine this guy at night just waking up to ravens stabbing him. That he can't kill.
Okay. So back in character. So, is this it? I guess. Are you a turncoat?
For now, at least, anything's better than coming back to the commissar with what just happened.
Well, to convincingly fake your death, I hope you don't mind. And I take a 30 seconds as a girl to think about this, and I look to her. You'll be doing this. We have to undress you to convincingly fake your death.
What?
Jinx gives you the sternest of faces.
Wait, what?
And I just look to her and mouth, just make him do it then, pointing to Broadway or Jade.
Wait, what?
What? Why do I have to, what?
Well, we're going to leave a corpse that looks like you.
Yes, we need your clothing.
Okay.
This does not make sense.
Okay.
You want if you want to be pronounced dead, then
Which
evidence
would keep
of
your
your
family
then
safe.
evidence of your death needs to be there.
And he just slowly nods.
For security purposes, mostly what we do is, as information seekers, is secretive. Just going to politely ask as a favor for what we're going to do for you. Just keep the blindfold on.
And he nods again.
I'm just gonna insight just to make sure he's, accepting our help as for what it is.
He's pretty shaken up, so he's gonna be willing to take anything that he thinks is gonna help him be safe.
This is actually this is a nasty combo with these characters.
I'm honestly a little annoyed right.
I'm
I'm honestly a little annoyed right now that I can't use extort truth.
I mean, nothing says you can't.
I mean, you can.
We
There's
can do that on the other guys.
Yeah, there's 3 other people. You don't know what they're gonna be like.
Yeah.
They won't know you're coming. You are very sneaky. You just sneak up.
I could just be standing right next to them. As it is, I figure you're probably gonna
Yeah,
have me knock
chloroform
them
in
out.
this bag.
This is our chloroform.
I don't want to give this guy a concussion. Now I like him. I did all this work to save him from the Empire.
Ah, he'll be fine. A little brain damage never hurt anybody.
Yeah, just wave.
Hold on.
to
Do I
Shade.
have this? Do I have the sleep spell?
Just wave over to Shade and just ask him to start picking off his clothes and. I hope they have spares. Do they have spare clothes? Do you guys have spare clothes?
They all have packs that do have spare clothes in them.
Oh,
Okay.
they do. Okay, that works.
Because
Oh,
like
that's
you
like if
get
Shade
it.
or Balfrost did.
Well, it's because like you never know when the MREs are gonna make you shit yourself.
Well, if they already have spare clothes, and oh wait, no, the
Their
clothes
uniforms
they're
need to go.
wearing. Okay, yeah.
A spare set of fatigues uniform, or
It's a uniform that they wore over their breastplates.
well, then it needs to be. He needs to have commoner's clothes. He can't just because they'll see that one of his clothes are missing. The pack has to stay.
That was the breastplate.
Yeah, we'll help him take the breastplate off. So, I'm asking you, Shade, do you have
I mean,
spare
not,
clothes?
not necessarily. I mean, it's not unreasonable that they were killed, looted, and left.
That's true. So we'll just leave the fatigues like neck.
Yeah,
on
so
top
we
of
so
them.
yeah, so we can let him keep it the breastplate.
We'll keep the fatigues. Yeah, so he won't be naked then. He'll have the breastplate. Then we need like his inner clothes. It's a
I mean,
very
I was-
complicated system to fake his death.
It's not real. We just need the we just need the uniform and his ID tag if they have those.
I assume.
Yeah, they do.
ID tag.
They do.
Dog tag. Yeah.
He doesn't.
He does.
Oh, okay. I was about to say they've had ID tags for centuries.
So what's his name?
Gregory.
No, he's a Greg.
Great.
So
one name only. Just Greg.
so
No,
so
no.
Gregory.
Gregory. I hang on. I need to look up a surname thing because like there's a certain
Gregory.
culture.
Gregory Smarmy.
Ish.
It's not-
Gregory
it's not Irish.
Smith.
He's not Irish. We're gonna read this a lot more.
I just call up my uncle. And,
Gregory-
Hey, Oliver, I got a present for you.
Gregory Quintus.
Oh, Latin. Okay.
So, as Shade just hands me that. Okay, Gregory Quintus. So what do you want your new name to be?
I didn't think of that.
I mean, you got time before you get somewhere, so you can think about it.
Okay.
I mean, you don't want the Empire to come after you, do you?
No.
Yeah.
It's unlikely unless they're searching for every random dead people.
They
You can be a Gregory something else. It'd be
they
easier for the transition. Just
they,
be a
No.
Gregory Tradal or something.
Yeah.
they care more about hunting down mages and the like.
You'll be fine. I, however, am constantly on the run.
That's why I'm here.
No, that's why my dimension spell is here. You're here for other reasons.
Yeah, sure, fine. Whatever the paycheck says.
You don't need to be that cold.
So, I think we're done with this one, right?
Yes, and I take out. I should have chloroform. Can I just say I have chloroform in my medicines?
Would chloroform be something actually used by more like the Norse? Cause that's what your character is, and chloroform is a more modern thing.
Would chloroform be included in healer's kit since it acts as a rubbing alcohol?
She doesn't solely use She's not solely all nature. They have modern necessities. They come. The tree has a lot more than just Norse stuff.
You know,
They've
you know
taught
what?
them.
You know what? Just to see if you would have some for whatever reason, roll me a d100.
I was gonna look up chloroform medical uses, but that works too. But I know there's legitimate medical uses.
It's like a rubbing alcohol, isn't it?
42.
The answer to everything. 42, guys. That's
Okay, yeah, you do have a bottle of chloroform.
Chloroform was the answer to everything.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, sorry about this. You understand we had to put you back to sleep.
Wait, and then you just put the cloth down.
No, I'm not that dick.
Okay, so wait, what?
Well, then how are you putting it?
There are certain wards we'll be passing through that you don't want to be conscious for.
Give me another persuasion check.
I have advantage because the trust I've earned from this guy.
The DC is gonna be low. You don't have advantage, but the DC is low.
But it's my persuasion you're making me do. I can't.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're doing it one way or another.
Like
Human camaraderie. Is this guy my comrade?
Comrade. I mean,
DM, please.
if you use that feature, then you will pass.
Okay, I use it. There's no reason not to.
All right, so he's like, okay,
I'm curious. Did he count towards the camaraderie?
no.
Okay.
It also takes like a minute. Hollywood chloroform does not work that way. I could have just done this from the beginning, but I was nice. Goodness, people are so untrustworthy of me. You think he's from the Empire? He doesn't trust mages.
I mean, it's not like they don't have a reason to.
By that time.
Yeah. And then just
That's just the conversation he hears as he passes the flag
out like a light.
You just see the immediate break of character. I love these characters.
I know. I want to know more about their past. Why are you on the run?
D&D characters making their own D&D.
All right, so there we go. You guys now have Gregory Quintus.
What inspiration do we earn from that? Anyway.
You know what? Before we start on the others, I'm going through their name tags.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh boy. Okay.
We should have told the DM.
Just give us a first name, DM.
Yeah.
We'll just say.
I'm gonna tell both of us while this is happening, since he's the fastest. Go get some of those zombie corpses and put them in. Put it in the
Those are like several hours away.
He's fast.
I'm
gonna need them.
Then he's gonna have to start making survival checks to make sure he doesn't get lost.
Can you take my? No, I need him for the talking.
Send the broom?
Yeah, it's a specific location I can send him to. I
Yeah.
know it. I was there.
Give me an intelligence check to accurately recall the location. Because you did spend several hours moving through all the winding paths and all the corners.
Advantage on a ranger?
It's your favorite terrain, so you have advantage, yes.
I think I would just know, but intelligence. Intelligence?
To be fair, we didn't
Yeah.
spend much time there.
13.
13. Balfrost you're gonna be able to send the broom there, but the route specifically is going to take about another 2 hours in order for it to actually go there and come back. So if Balfrost is on the broom, how heavy is Balfrost?
He should not be over 300 pounds.
It's 200 pounds.
Yeah. So
The
Shion,
limit is 200.
how much does Balfrost weigh with all of his shit?
Well, Balfrost normally weighs exactly 300.
So it's gonna be moving at speed 30. So,
Can you, like, take a piss and, like, lose some water weight?
yeah, lose 100 pounds of water weight through your piss.
Why don't we just send Shade then?
I guess so. We don't need him to be that super fast. We just need someone to put bodies in a bag. Jay, do you mind? She's turning more British now. I need to...
Yes.
Sorry, still in character.
Please. Guard Hog. Okay. Shit. Oh, what? Where is Kaiser?
Kaiser?
What?
Oh, sorry. We've been role-playing other characters for so long. We're sending Shade to get zombie bodies to fake their deaths, potentially.
Okay.
Do we need you to do that while we're interrogating?
Okay.
Unless you want to
Sorry.
help with the interrogating.
I don't know if he can.
Where the? Well, yeah, no. I'm
I
just-
know, but I also want the other character to actually be able to do shit.
I know. We're taking the spotlight too.
Honestly, I think we could just fast forward through the others.
Yeah.
We don't really need any info from the others.
Yeah, we kind of got most of what we needed. I mostly just want to know who's the shortest here.
That'd be Gunther.
That's the one that I can imitate. How do we feel about my plan to infiltrate and murder?
Well then, we spent some time talking to Gunther so you can understand his mannerisms and shit.
All right.
Obviously.
Well, Gunter is, like, the definition of lawful neutral. Like, he does not want to talk much about anything. He does not respond much to persuasion. He's like, I have my job. I have my things to do. If the commissar is gonna fucking shoot me because I failed, then so be it.
Okay, so he's the easy target
Yep.
because
And-
he's lawful stupid. He's lawful stupid, so we can.
Yeah.
We don't mind killing this one.
He's also got a much deeper voice like this.
That'll be easy to imitate.
Wait, sorry, who are we infiltrating to kill again?
They have the idea to infiltrate the Valerian scout camp as
Yeah.
these people.
Yeah. To kill who?
To kill the head, the main guy
The
commander.
commissar.
You know, the guy's gonna beat the shit out of you when you come back without the golem.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Maybe didn't think that through.
Yeah. So maybe just send the fucking ravens.
Well, it's hard for me to stealth, and they have to be within a certain distance of me. Is the problem?
But are we sure this would make them go away?
We're not, but we don't know how to make the go away because we're kind of confused on this whole matter.
Yeah, like, the only way they seem to be able to go away is if their leader orders them to go away.
What I'm hearing is kill the leader, take his place, and order everyone to leave.
Take
I can
his
absolutely
place.
do that. I can absolutely do that.
How long does your disguise last?
An hour.
Well,
But if I have all my slots, I can do it for 4.
And that would involve casting it in between.
well, you don't need it that much. You just need it when adjusting the men to retreat. Making a fucking Metal Gear Solid mission.
Like, wait, I don't see any other way. Because if this dude's a hard ass as much as Gregor was saying, then this
No,
dude's
no,
not
no.
not
What
leaving.
it does mean is that we can leave that. We can wait a few days. We can let. Because another patrol is definitely coming around here or coming around here eventually, trying to get fast. They're gonna find these bodies, and they'll report to that guy, which we'll see what his reaction is, and there'll be more, and we'll get more patrols to beat their asses. And
Honestly,
take their
Greg,
identity.
honestly, Greg, if we just beat the guys that come searching for these guys, we can just walk right into his fucking chamber with our report.
Exactly. Well, no, because if he might be as big of an asshole to just be mad at the people who found the problem, the dead bodies. That's what I'm worried about.
In that case, then
If he's such a dick that he would shoot us in the foot for finding dead bodies that failed, because he can't take their anger out on dead guys and take his anger out on the people who reported it. Since
I
it
mean,
sounds
what-
like it's got a major dickweed.
I mean, what would be the point of that? So long as we're in his chamber when he tries that, who cares? We'd be trying to kill him at that point.
Yes, but we'd be getting the attention of the entire place. We would preferably like to kill him.
Not if you cast silence spell.
I'm running out of magic. I'm gonna need a few days to recover either way in this case. So I don't have enough magic for us to do that and gank him. We'd have to wait a couple days anyway for more patrols to go around, so like that's the best idea I got. Because she don't want to get shot in the foot, and she wants to, if she's gonna assassinate the dude, do it at night. Make it look like, a disgruntled soldier killed him, which is probably true and might already happen, but we're just gonna get faster.
We go through this whole fucking Metal Gear situation. We get there, he's already dead.
That would be hilarious. I would applaud the DM, but with the story.
Well, you wouldn't applaud me because you just bring it up and you can't trust whether or not I took it off of you or not.
I don't even care if he took it off of me or not. I still applaud.
No, because then what he'd do is he'd turn around and catch us in the act of quote unquote killing him. So now we're just someone else's fall guy.
I have an invisible raven sensor that could never happen. Unless they look at the invisible raven and think, the raven did it! which has several problems, but least of which seeing the invisible in a place of people who don't understand magic.
I mean, depending, we have no idea what this guy's magic levels is.
I don't think as much. So that's my best plan. I need the magic anyway, so waiting a couple days seems like the smartest idea. Anyone else? It's getting kind of late for. I don't know if it's getting late for Kaiser or not.
Well, I said I was gonna end at 10 for Kaiser.
Yeah, so we have 30 minutes.
So
Yeah,
that
this-
sounds fine.
I'm gonna presume we don't get a whole lot much else from our good cop bad cop routine for the other two.
Let's see here. Victor, he is a very aggressive man. He's like, oh yeah, sure, you capture me now, but just wait, they're gonna come find me, and they're gonna make sure that you regret this. He's like that kind of guy.
I got threats.
You don't realize we
Balfrost
can
is
just steal him, right?
for that one, Balfrost just kind of motions to see if he can just punch the dude.
They're just
Yeah,
like,
boy.
no, you'll kill him.
Not hard.
Unless he did a Cobalt Soul thing to get
If he did
the truth out
extort
of-
truth, he just wouldn't have to speak a lie.
He doesn't seem like the guy to be smart enough to understand that. And I would really just want to start pressing him for insecurities because I got kind of bitched.
Shion, clarification on your ability. Would it just he doesn't have to speak, he can't speak a lie, or he is encouraged to talk?
Well, either way, I don't think you'd realize it right away.
Hello?
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 Okay,
Yeah, yes?
no, I thought someone was knocking at my door, but no, it was just noise from downstairs.
An affected creature is aware of the effect
Oh.
and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie.
Can't
Such a
avoid
creature
questions
can
if it
be
wants.
It can be evasive in its answering as long as the effect lasts.
So yeah.
Well, then it won't
And
work
and
twice, then.
that lasts for 10 minutes.
Well, it's not worth it for me poking at his insecurities, so never mind. No, yeah, I don't really think there's anything else to get from these guys then, unless the other guy has something juicy for some reason. Because these guys just seem like bumbling patrolmen.
I mean, the only other thing was Jason, and he's like, Jason's like, man, this sucks. I didn't even want to be a part of this, but I got drafted.
He's such a child! Oh, now I want to save this one.
Yeah, like
damn it.
Jason's like, yeah, I'm from Latria, so we're really next close to the Scourge, and that's
yeah.
and they drafted us, so I'm here now. That,
I mean, Chris, we technically could.
Yeah, we could. Do we have to go through the whole performance, or does this guy seem easy enough that we could convince him to turn code?
I mean,
Jason.
I'll go through the performance. It's fun.
Jason is easily persuaded into this. He's like, if I can just go back home, then great.
honestly, if he's able, if we like quote unquote find him as the only survivor, lead him back, and he's our fucking cover for shit, and get us in without any trouble. He can't exactly rat at that point because then he's seen as a traitor and dies.
Wait, what?
If we find him as the only survivor of the squad that died, bring him back, and we go through a whole plan of killing his boss.
And they're not gonna let us onto the base, into the
What?
camp. It's a military.
What if you were...
No, I'm saying it's still in our disguises though.
Hold on.
If we're at that
Because I
point,
don't
then
think, just because I don't think disguising Balfrost would work very well. So it would literally just be you two. Did you guys want to try to take him as a prisoner?
The nice
They-
kid?
Prisoner?
I want to free him alongside the other guy.
if we take him as a prisoner, his boss seems like the type that would just sacrifice him.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I don't want.
yeah, of the people, Gregory is like conflicted, and he just didn't want to be in this situation. Jason didn't even want to be here.
No.
period.
I mean, you guys go back to the camp and take Balfrost as prisoner.
Oh.
It's like
That-
this is the guy that took out the.
Well, he's gonna shoot you, genius.
With his 74 HP and deflect missiles.
You're gonna get scheduled for execution on an execution block or a firing squad.
Yeah,
genius.
Xian, that turns into one of two situations. Either he interrogates you out in the middle in front of everyone, in which case we lose the privacy of his destination, or B, he does bring you to his chamber, and that happens, and the plane goes off to normal.
Also, we wouldn't just follow him. He has presumably his own personal bodyguards, and they'd be like, "You shoo."
Yeah.
That's...
And then you'd be alone with him.
And you're not that badass to. We don't know what this guy's capable of.
Like, we could definitely easily smuggle you in a bag of holding. It's just shade of the
Why is that our go-to now?
It just works.
It's just that easy. Like, the only problem with that plan is shade.
I can't go to the camp regardless because they're looking for an elf village and I'm an elf.
That's what I kept saying. He needed to help cover his ears earlier in the attack.
They didn't see me.
I know. That's
'Cause
thankful. I'm glad I told him to bring back multiple corpses because I assumed I might be able to turncoat a couple of these. So.
Yeah, but the problem now is, how do we kill the guy without shade?
We don't. We wait for shade and we leave the dead bodies, and we leave these guys at half dead, or just dead, and burned and stripped of all their shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm talking about the big boss guy that we want to kill.
Well, I think we should just go back to the elves and look for guidance, no? Because they need to know that there's like 1,000 people out here looking for them. It's not just like a small group. I think they should be updated on this.
That actually probably would be the best idea.
They need to get updated, and we need to rest. So after we leave this, evidence.
Actually, hold on. We don't even need to go back for that. Because
Well, I would
Ca-
like
ca-
to. But...
I know. So would I. But for the sake of not just traveling days, we could use one of the writing sending scrolls, send a message to one of the elders, and one person in that village has to have sending. They fucking have to.
We would hope.
I mean, they said they've kept communications with the Cobalt Soul.
So yeah, certainly.
Yeah, so they can
What if we tell them in
message one
25
of us.
seconds?
Most likely
Or-
Shade.
What if we tell them in 25 words to get
Mm-hmm.
There's 1,000 guys out here in a base that we know the rough area of is in. Like what do we tell them? It feels like that's why I wanted to go back and speak with them properly to to actually talk with them for what their options would be, because they probably have some cool magic that they could help. Because
It would
Yeah.
be easier to
At the very least, I would. At the very least, I would like one or two more hands to do this. Maybe someone with actual magic skills. Maybe a new PC. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we should try to get voice in here. Mhm.
You're telling me
maybe
you guys are telling me Yoichi doesn't want to play Gregory?
I also just realized we're taking these boys back to their elf village, blindfolded, mind you, but
no,
hope they're-
we're keeping them outside. We're keeping
okay.
Yeah,
them-
there's-
we're
Well,
there's
keeping
no
where are
outside
we
the
keeping them
village.
outside?
We're not
Outside of the
taking them
barrier.
Inside the village.
Outside the barrier.
Is there a place that they'll be fine? We'll just tell them to sit there. I hope they don't get bored.
Oh no, I'm not taking them inside the
Are you-
village though.
Would you be
Fair
taking
enough.
all four of them, or would you just be taking Gregory and Jason?
We're just taking the turncoats. We're leaving the other two for fucking dead.
Fair enough.
As in, we're burning them their corpses.
Oh,
Along
well.
with the other two.
We're not burning them alive. That's not what
So you're just leaving them tied to the tree and just assuming
No,
like
no. We're gonna re-knock them out and then lay them splat like it was a battlefield. And
mercy kill.
Yeah. Leave a look. erased a crime scene. We can create a new one.
From the way Chris
I
was,
prestidigitation the oil and blood back.
I mean, I get
I don't
so.
think that's how that works. But we can.
So you say you're leaving them for dead, so you are just gonna leave them unconscious on the road?
No,
or-
no, no. We're killing them. We're stabbing them like it was a battle.
Okay. Well then,
We're
if
gonna
that.
burn the shit out of their corpses. Because...
Well then, if that's
Yeah,
the case, then.
Victor, and Gunther are dead.
All right, then. With that, just very easily, dead. Any specific way you want them to look like they were killed?
Make it varied, like, one bash him in the skull, one peck to death.
One
just
pecked to
looks
death.
like
So one's
to
gonna be
death.
like, "What the fuck is that? Did something eat his face?"
Well, they're also going to be burned beyond recognition, so
Ah,
there's going to be some puncture holes, but
Yeah,
you know,
it really only matters if we want them to be able to identify the weaponry.
which we'll leave their sabers because we'll just presume we don't care about sabers.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
have
but-
them drawn out.
No, that's dumb because they would never draw those. We'll have them in the sheath.
Yeah, they didn't draw those. I mean, they would if they were being ambushed.
No, they didn't. We ambushed them. They didn't do that.
They didn't have a chance.
These people are look. They're still new to the whole musket thing. They would have kept using the muskets, or they never got a fire off. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
They're not
fine,
gonna
whatever.
figure it out. Yeah, it's not too important.
Yeah, fine. So, yeah,
You
they
can have
they
one
die.
okay. Yeah. So
Well-
so Gunther and Victor, do you want to kill them at the scene or further away? Because I know you've
Oh,
buried.
we're killing them at the scene to like leave a little blood splat, and then presume. Make it
Okay,
look like
because I was asking
one
because you
would-
had the Warforged buried there.
They won't find the. Let's keep it away from the Warforged. Let's make it pretend it was this tree, just so they don't look
Okay.
around for it.
All right, Victor and Gunther. Bleh.
And then the zombie corpses that are dressed like these two.
Yeah. So the interrogation and the discussion takes, let's say, an hour, and then to send the broom back. Is anybody on it, or are you just having the broom fly and then go underneath a corpse and flying back with it?
We sent Shade to get it and put it in the bag of holding.
Okay, so you sent Shade back to do it. So let me look at the distance between where you are now and where that was. That was
This should be at 50 miles per hour because Shade is light, and he just has bags of holding.
5 miles an
Couple
hour.
bags.
Yeah, that was like 70 miles away. So 5 miles an hour.
This
That's
forest is fucking huge.
yeah. That's 14 hours, and I did say because of the intelligence check for the instructions, that's gonna be +2. So that's gonna be 16 hours. Shade's gonna be on the broom.
I feel
Just
sad.
to fly
I'm sorry.
there. So it's 32 hours for him to go back and forth.
I hope there's no other patrols in the meantime. Should like cover these bodies with some leaves just to make sure no one else comes around.
Well, well,
Might need to rethink the strategy.
I think it will work fine. We just need to cover them up with leaves. For now.
well, it's the fact that you guys are gonna be separated from Shade for 32 hours. If you're willing to let that
I didn't
happen.
realize how long it took for us to get here.
Yeah.
It felt like nothing. I thought this was
Because we
Like-
just skipped over the travel of 15 hours.
And I had an encounter in the middle of that 15 hours. Because I've learned I don't need to stress about making travel interesting or dynamic. I can just have something happen to fill the space, and then you just get there.
If only we knew we'd be.
I mean, you
Well,
don't even need
zombie
to fill the
corpse.
space. We can just get there.
Yeah. So, knowing it would be a 32-hour thing, are you still going to go send Shade to get the corpses, or are you just going to
You
go
know
out
what? We don't need the corpses. We can leave their dog tags on them. And take the other dog tags. It would make it seem like they turned code.
So, you mean... The way you phrase that was a bit confusing.
We leave Victor and Gunther dead, obviously dead.
With their name tags?
With
No,
Jason
with
and
the
Gregory's name
Yeah,
tags
but the
on
people
them.
we're rescuing's name tags.
Ah.
We're just switching
And we
name
take
tags.
Victor and Gunther's with us.
Wouldn't anyone who knows these two like immediately go, "That's
We're-
not
we're
them."
burning
Not when
them
they're
alive.
burned around recognition.
Hmm.
They're gonna have their fatigues out next to them, clearly like we didn't care about them. Whatever other random
there's no
rational stuff.
gigantic difference in heights here, right?
Actually, wait. Is there any way for us to make it look like they killed each other?
That's what we're doing.
Well, we could use each other's. Yeah, we can use their muskets.
Yeah, we're making it look like these two killed these guys and the Warforged.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just pepper them with a couple musket shots.
Yeah, we can even send a couple into the Warforged for.
It's underground. We'll just presume they took it.
I can just dig it up.
Yeah, but they'll just presume that it was stolen with with them, with the turncoats, which are not who they think they are.
But that's the thing, Chris. If hold on, you said it was it would obey simple commands, but actually, yeah. Let's ask Gregory. Would this thing willingly, if
It doesn't need to be willingly. They'll just presume that they hired someone else to like ambush the thing. In any case, I don't think we need to leave the Warforged there, because then they'll ask questions of why the Warforged didn't attack the people.
no, we don't need. No, I'm not saying leave it out in the open. I'm just saying dig it up, shoot a couple shots into it, and then rebury it, just in case they find it.
Yeah, okay.
If they find it, then bullet holes. Huh.
So yeah, we'll do that then, DM. We don't need to waste time with Shade.
Okay.
Sending Shade away.
Okay.
So we'll just we'll burn them.
Then you create this very elaborate crime scene.
And just Shade? Actually no, Bronwyn. Because you have the broom. This way we don't leave tracks doing this.
Mhm.
I'm
I'm a ranger. I don't usually leave tracks. I can't be tracked unless they're magical means in my own terrain.
That apply for us.
It should apply to any group I'm traveling with.
Let's look at Natural Explorer. Natural Explorer. Let's hear. Difficult terrain. Your group can't become lost. Even when you are engaged in other activity, if you're traveling alone, you can move stealthily at a normal pace when you forage. While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Oh, that'll be helpful for later. It doesn't say anything about us being not tracked, does it?
Correct.
Okay,
Well,
then.
That might be.
Then I'm just gonna use mold earth again,
Yeah, that works.
and make it look like tracks are coming from. Is there a different direction we want? This
Inward?
them to have run off in.
How about their own camp? Leave them confused.
They,
Like, the
they
traders-
ran back to their own camp.
Yeah, like the traders are among them and they're just hiding.
But
Like,
then where's
them
the fun?
paranoid.
Among Us. Among Us.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Alright,
We have their boots too to make the boot size accurate.
Yeah, but Chris, the thing is, if we go that direction, they're gonna wonder why the track stopped at a certain point.
Well, they figured that out they'd wondered that anyway. If you're gonna leave false tracks, you have to figure out at some point where they stop. Unless you want to make punji pits. Specifically to fuck with them. In which case, you probably might just want to not use the tracks at all, unless we plan to continue them. Unless...
Nah, I get your point. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Just make tracks back
Yeah.
to the camp.
And bear in mind, the fourth floor is not like this, like routinely.
Yeah,
like,
there's no
flat.
guarantee the tracks will even be found.
Yeah, like this, the
because
fourth floor is
days
not
will
this
happen.
like flat and clean. It's like all multi-level. There's twigs, there's dirt, there's rocks.
Is there
Also-
like points?
also
yeah, is there,
days
like, points
will
where there's
happen.
Is there like points where there's rocks it might lead to somewhere nearby, up towards their camp?
Rocks.
Convenient, like a convenient, boulder or rock formation we can lead it towards.
Yeah, there were landmarks, and there was like a rock
Hey, there's
formation.
a boulder. There's like a big boulder here. Look at this. Actually, yeah, there's a big boulder here. Just leave the tracks of the boulder. They'll be fucking confused.
Okay, that's generally often their base direction.
Okay.
Sure.
And you set that up, and with that,
And then we head the fuck back.
all right,
Because we kind of need to drop these guys off somewhere and talk with the elders.
all right.
We're not gonna drop them off at the village, but
tell the villagers, hey, they're defecting, and they're keeping their blindfold on for now for safety.
Well then, I think that's a good spot to end it. Let me get the end get the end music.
That performance got no. It's right.
We
It's
honestly
fun.
went a bit. We honestly went a bit too long with it.
I think it was fun, but
It was, but it was
I
a tad
mean,
too long.
yeah, for you.
I mean, if I was doing XP, you guys would have gotten some extra XP.
I don't get to use British accents so often.
while it was funny, it
It dragged on for too long for
kinda-
you.
Yeah, Kaiser and I were just kind of sitting here
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens. Like,
doing.
have you seen a fucking episode
Not
of Critical
at all.
Role?
No, I have not.
Okay, I wasn't directed. I guess it was more directed to Shion, but I'm also surprised you haven't.
Why?
Yeah, I have.
Well, you should know that sometimes that happens.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, this isn't Critical Role.
Ah, what you're saying is we're not funny enough.
I'll,
No,
I'll
I'm
respond
saying
to
not
that.
every
No,
game should be the fucking same.
I will answer that,
Oh, we
Chris.
gotta go.
No, we are not as funny as them.
That was a sarcastic question, but thank you.
And with that, you guys
I mean, none of us can
and
continue
you
saying
guys
we
head to march back to Eliol, bearing two kinda prisoners of kinda war.
We're not prisoners when we're gonna set them free.
That's why I said kinda.
Like escorts.
Escorts of kinda war.
Why can't I remove the turn order? It's weird. The X button on it's gone.
That's because it's
Because only the DM can do that.
Yep.
Well, I could do it too in the past.
No.
Okay. Well, that was a thing.
Oh, Miles!
Yeah, you haven't done the Epona whistle in a while. We kind of spent a while on this.
Miles
he's
off,
gone.
running wild.
Do bear in mind now that because you have these guys, they're not both going to be able to fit on the horse and or the broom.
Yeah, we're moving at their speed now.
Yeah. Which is 30. Actually, wait, did I give the infantry 30 or 35? Because they're infantry. I give them 35.
I don't think that mattered. Well, 3.5 miles an hour. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do the calculation now. How long it's
I
gonna
think we
take?
can at least drop the disguise now around them.
What?
Why?
Oh. Well, A, because we can't keep it up forever, and I feel bad
can't.
keeping them blindfolded the whole time. And we can just say, well, they gave you back to us and said we should take care of you. Since we are working for them. Simple explanation.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's our job to get you back to the.
It's a good thing we have most of the like booked ones ahead. Actually, did I find out which ones are bucked on the head?
Wasn't the
I feel like
first
the one
guy-
that I made shit panning scared was Jason. I'm just guessing.
Yeah, it was
Based
Jason.
I'm glad it was me that took him out then, so I can feel that. I can feel
Yeah,
like I can make up for it.
meanwhile, the other guy was the one I knocked out in one go.
Oh, it's gonna take 39 hours to get back.
Who was the one I bonked?
The one you bonked into submission,
Yeah, the double bonk.
that was Gunther.
Oh no, wait a second.
He deserved it.
Well, no, we don't want to exhaust them. They can't run forever. So.
Yeah, we're faster than them. I'm just trying to be nice to them. I'm just a grandma looking at these boys clearly did not want to be here. I'm just like, I want to take care of them. They don't deserve this.
I didn't mention it, but just assume that Balfrost is also doing the moon thing. That other breath technique you learned.
We're assuming
Yeah, they're all very short. Like, so long as you guys actually have the time and you're not like saying that you're like going go, Balfrost can have an hour to work on his shit.
I hope the DM was entertained by her.
I was. I just am a bit concerned. Well, not necessarily, but when the song ends and the recording ends, I'm gonna be asking like the critiques and everything, so people can say their specific thoughts. But I was entertained. I was just a bit worried on how Kaiser and Shion felt during that time.
I mean, I felt bad too, but I
Yeah.
have to make my own fun sometimes.
It'll take us roughly 2.5 days to get back.
Well, you're marching back at like a few hours past midday.
So then can we say just 2 days then?
Yeah.
Because after just walking for 16 hours straight each day, we'd had 7 hours left.
You're not gonna be able to march for 17 hours because like you can go up to the amount until you can have a rest, which is at most 16 hours. But
I said 16.
I heard
By the
17.
way, we're getting 2 days of walking. Is there anything gonna happen in then?
Probably.
Find out.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll find out next time on Tales from My D&D campaign.
Copyrighted.